Heather, it's a no for me, dog, on all of your paint choices. Mary, you had me at hello. And you know what, Lisa? I'm pretty frustrated that you can't say frustrated. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the only show on the internet doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Shows as shallow as Lisa's fanciful tales of hobnobbing with the stars. You're a glorified event planner, you ding dong. You're
brutal.
not the guest, you're the staff. Those porta potties are not going to rent themselves. Don't you think it's funny that she's always talking about this? And like, you're putting on a party. Like if I was planning a wedding, I would be pretty pissed if my wedding planner didn't show up.
Or showed up and thought she was a guest, like sat down next to my mom, was hobnobbing with people. Like when Lisa says, oh, like I know this person, I know that person. It's like, or I went to this person's premiere.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck didn't call you and say like, Lisa, it would mean a lot if you came to my premiere. Ben probably doesn't even want to go to Ben's premiere.
No.
It's not that hard to get invited to a premiere. And she is probably having her publicist that she doesn't even need call someone and pull a string so she could go somewhere. And because she happens to stand on the drink line or the bathroom line next to Blake Lively, she's like, I know Blake. I'm hanging out with Blake.
Yeah. When
It's
they tell
crazy.
you to bring the ice, that's why you got invited to that, because Ben Affleck wants to get a drink when he gets to his fucking premiere.
They asked her to bring the ice in the thing when they were making the deal?
No, she's being
They
sassy.
didn't not. We don't know.
First of all, she said she was going to some premiere.
Yeah.
Right. I went to a premiere last week.
Yeah.
I know none of the people in the movie, and there were 2,500 people there.
Yeah.
You
and
gotta pack that place.
I got invited by a friend. Like she was like a person sitting in the fucking bowels of the back.
Yeah, that's right.
And is like parlayed that or marketed it to her friends, is like hanging out with Blake Lively and
That's
Ben
right.
Affleck.
That's exactly right.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
We know.
But like, don't these other people know that? They must know that, or are they just dumb too?
No, that's why Heather, when she was sitting at lunch with her, and she's like, I live a big life. Okay, Heather, I have a big life. And she's like, no, you don't.
The most
No, you
absurd
don't.
shit of all time.
It's insane.
You know, people that
I fucking hate her. I do. I don't even want to fucking. I feel like I'm lessening myself as a human by even having to speak on her. It's fucking terrible.
I don't disagree.
This is what happens. I feel like when we first started doing this and we were even just doing Southern Charm or Summer House or whatever the fuck it was, I would have these moments where I would start the show with like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how this happened. I feel like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Scratching.
He's got an itch. He has a reality TV rash.
You'll get through this hump and then you'll be done with the show, and then nothing that you learned during this phase will matter. So,
No, because the hump, I've gotten over some humps. Like I'm into certain facets of the show currently.
Yeah, we're only on episode 3. Someone had mentioned in the comments, they're like, I can't wait to see where Shane is by the end of this season.
How are the comments? How, like, speaking of that's a thing. How
Our
are the
comments
comments?
are a thing.
Are they good? What's our
got-
subscriber count?
We're up.
We're fucking up.
yeah.
Up subscribers?
You lost the 5
Okay.
from
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
the
with that.
first episode. And I went back and looked at that episode today, and so now it's +7 for that episode. So that is really 12.
That's a lot.
I'm a fucking slow burn.
You are a slow burn.
I am a slow
For some people,
burn.
not all people.
Not all people, but like, I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
He's growing on me. I bet we're getting that in the comments.
Definitely. Although one person said, I've listened to the second episode and I still don't like this guy. He's like nails on a chalkboard.
I want that guy. Who's that? Is it a guy or a girl?
I feel like it was, I don't know.
Probably
I
a
want to say it was a
girl.
girl.
A 93% chance it was a girl.
Yeah.
Some girls don't like me.
I know.
I think I scare some girls.
I don't know why. You're a very thoughtful, sensitive human.
Anyway, so the comments are better?
Definitely better.
Okay, and the subscribers are up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's fucking go.
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
Minnie can eat this week.
Minnie,
Minnie. Yo,
snack thins for Minnie.
Yeah, you got plump you up, Minnie. Okay. We start at Lisa staging her event. Move this table. Is this the one with the añejo? I love it. Like I can't.
She hadn't even taken a sip yet.
Correct. Also, I thought Mormons Mormons can't drink. Like, I'm so confused. Are you a salad bar
Listen,
Mormon?
the only Mormon that gets busted is Heather Gay. She's the only one that the rules apply to. Everyone else seems to be able to do whatever they want. Maybe Heather didn't have enough money. Maybe the more money that you have and the more you contribute, the more you get treats.
I mean, that's like life. I mean, that's with everything. The more money, the more power, the more like, it's all right.
Yeah.
But is Lisa a real Mormon?
She, I think, was raised Jewish and converted to Mormonism.
For the gay guy.
For her husband.
For John.
Yeah.
With the
weird, wild hairdo.
By the way, John's got some real, I mean, coming from a guy that's got real hair issues, and we'll get into my hair a little bit because I really bonded with the guy with the the Greek girl's dad.
I'm in love
because that's where my hair's going. If my hair goes where that dude's hair goes, I'm fine. He is a fucking lovely Greek.
I could have listened to them talk for 18 hours straight.
Well, that's a whole thing too about old people and how we just because there's so much wisdom and beauty in that man, and it's just unmined, it's untapped. He's been waiting all week to see his daughter. It was like the best. That was the best.
That was the best. It was
and
the
that
best.
guy's amazing, and her relationship with
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Keep it moving.
I am. I'm
so the Park City bar scene.
Yes.
She is
Keep it moving.
Planning a party.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And Steve Carell's gonna be there.
Bullshit. Steve Carell may be in town for the film festival.
Yeah.
And an assistant made a reservation to eat there, and that equates to Steve Carell's
Or
coming.
a publicist said, yeah, he'll be there, and he won't be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Or he'll be in and out for 5 seconds.
And he's definitely not signing any waiver to be on camera.
And no.
She's the worst.
This is the problem with Lisa. And she keeps saying, I'm doing big things, that they don't understand my life, the people I'm hanging out with. I've said this before. Money talks, wealth whispers. If you got it like that, you don't got to show us. We'll figure it out. If you really want us to like you and think you can be cool and look at Carol Radziwill on New York. She was married to Anthony Radziwill, who was JFK's first cousin, his best friend. They grew up like brothers. They really
real society folk.
Kind of, but she didn't grow up that way. She grew up as like a working class chick in, I think, upstate New York. And my point is, she really does hobnob with whoever the fuck you think is important. Okay. She was, her husband was the best man at JFK Jr.'s wedding. He was the best man at their wedding. She was best friends with Carolyn. She's friends with all these other fancy, famous people. She never talked about it. She wasn't like, oh, when I go out to Brad Gray, rest in peace, but like Brad Gray's house this weekend, she was just like, oh, I'm going to LA to visit some friends. And then it would be in the tabloids or whatever who she was hanging out with.
Yeah, because she's got it like that.
Correct, because she's got it like that, whether you like her or not. And Lisa, you don't got it like that.
Well, but it's obvious from the second you interact. I mean, 100. I haven't interacted with her, but just watching her, the second it's just apparent that she doesn't have any of that going on, and that she's doing everything she can to present. She's in her own movie. You know, there's people
that exact note.
There's people walking around that are just in their own movie. Yes. She's playing a role, and she's got it. It's none of it's real, and it's actually pretty appropriate that she's on the show called The Real Housewives. It isn't real of Salt Lake City, because she is representative of. Well, she's representative of what's wrong with a lot in the world. But I think the other thing too about her and her, she's not interested in being. If I'm interested in being someone's friend, what I want to do is I want to try to connect with you. So I will figure out the similarities or try to lean into what we have in common.
Correct.
So that we can bond. She's never trying ever to lean into, from what I've seen, she's never trying to lean into the similarities of the people around her. She's trying to separate herself and exclude herself by creating this idea that she's above them, or like, if I want to be friends with someone, if I'm really honestly want to bond with someone, I'm looking to where I can meet with them, not to separate myself by the whole thing for me. She's evil.
You know who does that though? Bronwyn does that. Angie does that. Whitney does that. Like, these girls will sit down and say like, oh, you have, a father that's struggling with Alzheimer's. And I know that was Meredith, but like there's other examples of even when Bronwyn was saying to Heather, oh, this is how I feel about my kid flying the coop. You know what I mean?
It's all about Lisa all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
She's in her own movie.
100%. And anyone who disagrees with her, Nat, she's got that. They don't know. She was on, did you watch her on Watch What Happens Live?
Lisa?
Yeah.
I didn't. She was on the extra
She was
thing.
on after. And every poll, she lost in the biggest landslide you've ever seen in your life. And every time, and he's like, wow, well, okay. Everyone at home really thinks basically you're an a-hole. And she's like, they don't know. She literally said they don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because she'll walk off that thing. And the weird thing about narcissists, because I battle some of that, is that
You do?
I mean, I think there's some of me, anybody that like loves the sound of their own voice, or I definitely have some narcissistic shit going on. Don't you think?
I don't know.
No. I know a handful.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, listen, far be it from me to tell
So,
you
well,
about, but
there are some qualities about her that I understand.
I appreciate you saying something like everyone should be finding those things. That's only
Yes.
helpful to everyone. So I get what you're saying now.
But
Yeah,
what
no,
qualities
you are.
that you understand in her?
I understand. I understand the desire for attention, or in a past life of mine, I've understood the desire for attention, the desire to be constantly having it be all about me all the time. So like if you go into a room and you're fucking big and loud and this and that and the other, and you're like, oh wait, it's that guy's birthday, right? Instead of just walking in to celebrate, like to be the life of the party, sometimes is not really about. It's self-centered. It's selfish, right? It's like, oh, I've come in here and this is my audience for the night. No, it's not your audience for the night. It's a party to celebrate this other human being who's having a birthday party, right? This woman is living in a state of anywhere I go is my audience.
Yes.
This thing's about me. All of you guys need to bend to wherever it is that I want to go. And I'm not thinking about this on any other level or in any other terms than how it's serving me.
Yeah.
She is a self monster.
Oh my God.
In every in every
best
scene,
title
in
for
every
her.
facet, and everything is about her and what is everything around me doing to serve what it is that I
She's a
want.
self monster.
She's a fucking self monster.
100%.
And by the way, that's a lonely place to be.
And you can kind of tell because I feel like her and
No,
her
she's
husband.
rabidly depressed.
Yes.
She hates herself.
She's a rat trying to get out of a box right now, and her nails are just clawing through it. You're seeing it, like she will shred that box, however to get out of it. She is everything that she does this entire episode is putting on this display, and she's trying to laugh at it and be bigger than everything. But you can see that she is the scaredest bitch in town.
Terrified.
She's terrified.
She's terrified.
Yeah.
She's
past
insecure.
scared.
She's performative. She has no real actual connection to anyone.
No.
And everything she looks so uncomfortable in her skin all the time.
Yeah.
And I actually
It's showing
really
in her
feel-
face. Honestly, it's not good for her skin. Like
No.
it's all over her. Like
And I feel bad for people when I see them uncomfortable in their skin because I can only imagine. Listen, I got 99 problems. Self-confidence ain't one. I always say it's like there's this line in Sex and the City where Carrie goes, Samantha has the kind of deluded self-confidence that caused men like Ross Perot to run for president.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's me. And so I feel very badly when I see someone who just loathes themselves or is so sad about who they are or is just wildly uncomfortable to the point that they have to shellac all this shit on their face, wear shit that they think is going to make someone think that they're something or they've made it or what. Like, that is so much energy. That is so much wasted energy.
I know this is low hanging fruit, but is there like a skin disease going around Utah?
I noticed that too. I think they
all
stumbled
their
into some bad lighting
all their
for a
fucking
minute.
skin looks fucking
I know, they're-
indescribable.
Okay,
They need to get that
I'm
Love
not-
Island lighting.
but here's the thing.
No,
Number
but
one,
I'm not. I'm just.
I see it too. I really am wondering, like, if it was a new choice, because it's not always like that. It's just, I think sometimes they just light the place wrong because you could see every ripple and pore and
Of all of them.
all of them,
not
It's
all
like
of
they
them.
all-
I think Bronwyn's skin
No,
was
she
great.
had it
Bronwyn was
too.
fucked. They all look terrible.
Only in the flashbacks of her at the reunion did she
No,
have
no,
weird-
at the dinner.
Oh, really?
At the dinner at the end, they got a couple of close-ups, and I was tripping out. I was like, wait a minute,
altitude, and because
what's
it's so
going on?
cold, and like black don't crack, white crumbles.
But there was it was noticeable.
Yeah,
And
but now I can't remember if it was at that scene because I thought she looked pretty there. She had that pink on. She looked bright and fresh.
Bronwyn.
Yeah, but I noticed exactly what he said. So now I just don't know what scene it was.
Like their skin looked like sandpaper.
Lisa has a really awful diet. Everything is like Diet Coke, Slurpees, fast food.
The one positive thing about her that I love that she's like, ooh, Del Taco. Oh, stop off here. I want to get a cheeseburger from here and a couple tacos from here. And she always is ordering sodas, like, and that's who I am. So that is
listen, it's Hillbillies Unite, right? But like,
all the middle staters over here.
But the fucking hillbillies. But wasn't she firing on like one of them for being a hillbilly?
She doesn't. We thought she did. She said redhead, but we all thought she said redneck.
Got it. So she didn't call her a redneck.
I don't think so.
She called her a redhead.
Redhead, I think.
Would you rather be called a hillbilly or a redneck?
Hillbilly.
You like hillbilly better than redneck?
Yeah.
I like hillbilly too.
Yeah.
Well, do you know I just learned where redneck came from, and it's actually a pretty great
From the sun and the.
No, that's what everybody thinks. It's because all of the coal workers wanted to unionize. And the people that were in power were like, they knew if they unionized, they would hold the power. And they were like, fuck you, we don't want you to do that. And so they all wore red bandanas around their neck. The black workers, the white workers all wore red bandanas around their neck. And that's why they started calling them redneck.
Were you when were you doing this research?
I was watching something about West Virginia.
I'm a fucking redneck and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm a hillbilly and I didn't know that.
And I just didn't know that. And I was like, oh my God, that's a pretty amazing thing that they did to like all unite and do that.
And let's get back to John because they cut away to John and John's like this at the restaurant.
But don't they seem wildly disconnected? Her and her husband?
Yeah, no, they don't seem like a couple at all. They don't.
They used to.
They used to.
They used to feel more like a couple. Now,
well, yeah, but she's because she's fucking the other guy and got the credit card and the money and the thing, and he's just standing there going, "I'm embarrassing myself."
What do you have to say about John? What were your thoughts on him?
No, I mean, he's a cuck.
Yeah, he's a huge cuck. He's like like why they came up with the word cuck.
Yeah, he's just like a cuck. He's just like, he's just there and takes the abuse. And I wouldn't, exactly, Minnie. I wouldn't, the second it's in the court docs that my woman has a credit card from another dude and she owes him money and he has bought her gifts, I'm never appearing on this show ever again as her significant other.
Yeah.
But he's just embarrassing himself.
Now listen, we have Meteor Wine had actually put something in the comments that was so to me edifying about legal proceedings and when a case is basically made public. And I mean, I could read it right now. Should I wait for the comments or should I read it now? Because I think it's okay. I did not know any of this. Okay, hold on.
It's so fascinating.
Okay. Can I read it real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. Meteor wrote, on Lisa Barlow, despite being an utterly despicable person, I think the producers are setting us up with the lawsuit controversy. Nat alluded to the notion that any business is dealing with lawsuits all the time. But there is more. When a civil lawsuit is filed, it becomes public record, and the news will report the complaint word for word as filed. Knowing this, attorneys will specifically write the complaints in a way meant to create maximum embarrassment and bad press.
That makes
Oftentimes filed with BS, particularly since the other side will be advised not to comment. This is all done in an attempt to get the other side to settle, if it's an entirely frivolous lawsuit. So Bronwyn is playing right into this. She is just parroting complaints, which can be a lot of fiction. But because Lisa is so dislikable, we want to believe it all. I'm guessing there's a whole other side to the story we will see.
Yeah. I think I started off by saying, like, at the top of this season, I know that this could have all been resolved by now. It could all be a bunch of nothingness. Half the cast probably has their own that we're just not even getting into because this is her story this year. But I just would like to bathe in it for a minute because I feel like we've all earned it after 6 seasons of watching this show.
Yes, and my response to it, because I saw you had written that, was I'm smelling like a scorned lover because I'm thinking this guy probably isn't getting Lisa sexually anymore, and he's out for $10K.
Yeah,
and that could be why,
No,
and she's the flashiest one.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You think
He
it's that?
wooed her away. They were fucking. She threw some ass to him to get some loot cracking, to get the funnel going. And then she closed that off and was like, no, I'm out. I've gotten what I've needed, or I'm done fucking you, or whatever it is. She stopped that, and he is jilted and scorned and is firing a lawsuit. And the lawsuit, by the way, is exactly what the Meteorite guy said, is it's you file the suit, then the lawyer looks at it and is like, yeah, we got to settle this because we don't want anybody reading this shit, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't settle. And so now this shit's out in the open, and you know the bottom line is that her husband's a joke. I'm sorry, buddy, and you know she's a fucking disaster. By the way, in 6 seasons, she's never gotten her comeuppance. Like we've been watching and waiting for her to get
this
a
is
Not
beating.
really,
it.
no.
So this is the first time that we can all rejoice
A little
that
bit.
this awful
Yeah.
fucking beast is
Yeah.
gonna get a beating.
Yeah.
Everything that you said about the scorn thing, that makes perfect sense. She's also so flashy that, like, if you did think you were going to be getting any money back and, like, you just kept pushing it at year after year because they're just, like, not in the black yet, or they actually want to expand over here now. So, okay, sure. But every time she is wearing designer head to toe and talks about she travels, she brings her glam squad to, like, the stupid trips that they go on. If she would have gone on that RV trip, her glam team would have been in tow behind them because she just doesn't ever. So, you just can't do that. If you owe a bunch of people money, it's not about like, it's not the black and white. You got to look at the gray and be like, who's just going to get irritated by this? And how much irritation can 1 or 2 or 3 people that I owe money to take before they go, you know what? I'd like my money back now.
And I know a little bit about event planning.
Yeah.
I was never really involved in that stuff. Yes, there was a vision that the three of us had. I used to throw big parties and events.
Shane had a company and they would do this.
So yes, there was a vision, but I wasn't the one that was like in the inertia and the movement of like, move the shit here. Where's the ice? Get the thing over there. Like, yes, there would have been a walkthrough, but this everything about this broad is smoke and mirrors. None of it's real. It's all bullshit, and I fucking hate her.
Here's the other thing.
I do. I would tell her. If she came into this room and be like, I fucking hate you. I don't even know you. All I know is a version that's being created for me to hate you.
Yes.
And I still fucking hate you.
Okay, I just want to say one other thing in response to this, or piling onto this. If we all know business, you're in business, you get lawsuits. I remember the first year I opened up UNM, I got someone threatened to sue me for something, and it was ridiculous. And of course, my lawyer wrote a letter back, and you never hear from the person again.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you do business. Right? That's the urban part. But point being is, all of these women know this. It's because they can't stand her that they want to dance on her grave, whether it's true or not. It's like, just give me this moment.
Yeah.
Because
They're all Natalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all sitting around at that dinner just going, man, this is finally coming and it's great.
Yeah.
And they know that the fans are going to love it. So they know that watching them do it, we're going to be so backing them. Like, even when Angie says something and fucks up a joke or fucks up part of, because she's just not a great messenger sometimes, you're still like, yeah, what she almost said. You almost got it that time, Angie. Good for you,
Do it again.
girl.
Just give her
Do
another
it
shot.
again.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Can we go again? Go again. They'll
Just
cut
keep
it up.
rolling.
They'll trim it around it.
Okay. Our next scene up is Bronberry and Granddad.
Old granddad.
Shane, the old granddad.
Bronberry and old granddad.
I'm desperate to hear what you think about him, but I just need to make a note because there were 2 times this episode that Bronwyn came out with Dr. Pepper, and I'm like, what the fuck
got
is
a
it
deal.
with this?
Who's
No.
Dr. Pepper? Oh.
The soda.
Yeah, no.
Dr.
I'm like, Dr. Pepper, is he
No.
their skin guy?
And I'm like, that's got to be a holdover from the Mormonism, because Mormons all drink soda because they can't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
So she clearly is still loving pop, as they call it.
But 2 Dr. Peppers in one scene. I've never seen her drink it. I think she must have got a sponsorship.
No.
Well, she didn't. Maybe the show did.
Either way.
Yeah.
But I mean,
She had the Dr. Pepper at this lunch with her husband. And then when her and her mom were drinking, she brought out a Coke.
that's what I'm saying.
And a
Aren't
Dr.
they the
Pepper.
same company?
They're
Aren't
the
Coke
same.
and Dr.
They're
Pepper
the same company.
You
They're
think it's product placement?
100%.
Courtney?
1,000%.
I'm
Like, you think
so
there's 2
gullible.
Dr. Peppers and we've never seen her drink a Dr. Pepper before,
I just
or
was
like,
like,
never
this
noticed
doesn't
it?
track, because she seems like a healthy person. Why is she drinking all the soda? And I just was like, oh, because she used to be
Well, no,
Mormon.
if she's mentioned the word Dr. Pepper and they've showed it to us multiple times,
okay, I'm so
someone is
gullible,
getting a
guys.
check.
And she didn't even, she
we got
says
it
to her
some-
mom in that scene, she goes, You haven't told me yet if you like these.
I thought
Yeah,
that
no,
was
no,
so
that-
weird, but I
no,
was like,
no.
her mom seemed a little weird.
That's fucking cha-ching.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
if you want to
people-
leave your grandpa husband soon,
Anybody got some magic beans you want to sell me?
By the way, there is a show on Netflix currently
Yeah.
where the writers will actively go to Netflix and go, what companies can we get to product place? And then they will take the product placements that they've given from Netflix and then write it into the script. It's not like the script is written itself and they reach
Are we
out.
allowed to know what script this is, or is this?
We're not allowed to know.
Oh, okay.
No, but people
I
are
tell the
doing
story
like
all the
people
time.
are
We'll do
doing
Oh
that.
yeah, I believe that. I believe that. That I believe.
I
Right.
tell this story all the time. The episode that I wrote for that show that I wrote on
Better With You.
It was called Your Family or Mine on,
that's right,
on
sorry.
TBS. Is one season, in and out,
That's a lot of fucking episodes. You wrote on a television show that was on for one season.
One season.
That's huge.
In TBS, they're half orders, 12
but that's
episodes.
fucking massive.
Not the 24.
That's
okay,
a big deal.
Thank you so much.
No, but it is.
Well, thank you.
Okay, but I just people discredit themselves all
the
day
time.
long.
Nat does it all the time, drives me crazy.
That is fucking nuts. That is so hard to do. It is
Yeah.
impossible to be a writer on a television show. There are a billion people that would fucking take a screwdriver and stab you in the neck for that gig. No,
True
they
story.
would.
I know.
They fucking would. I mean, it's a big deal.
Thanks, man.
You're a talented lady.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
No, it's just crazy shit. It's like fucking. There are victories and successes happening all day long, all the time, all throughout the world, and they're always being discredited because I don't know, it was only a thing, or it was only this, or it
Well,
was only
that's
that.
this town too. Like, I'm sure we all do that in this
No,
town.
but it's
I don't know
just- yeah, but it
anybody that
isn't-
goes, "You'll never guess what I did."
It's just
Except for Lisa. There's
I
not
don't do-
enough Lisa Barlows in this town.
Just a quick sidebar. I don't do that anymore because I used to do it all the time because so my mom is from Denmark and Danish people are very humble. Like there's even, or like Nordic, Scandinavian people are very humble. There's like some word in, I don't know if it's Dutch or Norwegian or something like that, which basically is saying like, it's like their way of life. Like we never brag, we never boast about things that we've done, whatever. And my mom very much has that mentality.
they're also like into some weird sexual shit too.
Okay, well,
weird.
we're not talking about that.
repressive, weird. Okay, go ahead. They're
Also,
like the
don't
Japanese.
shit on my people.
I'm not shitting on your people.
We're
I'm
the
not
happiest
saying
people in the world.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's like what's it? Alt.
Sure.
They have alt lifestyles there.
Fine.
Those Northern Europeans are weird.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Fucking
I'm
latex
fucking-
and cages and shit.
I
It's a
ride
fuck-
for the Danes.
I get it. I'm in.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not into the cages, but I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay. So at any rate, so I was always like, when I was growing up, I was modeling and like I would have cool jobs and do cool stuff, but like we never talked about it because we didn't want to maybe make other people feel bad, or like my sister wasn't modeling, so like don't bring attention to that. And so when I went to school, people were like, "Oh, you're in that magazine, you did whatever," and I would lie, I'd be like, "No, that's not me." And someone would like bring in the magazine, they're like, "That's you," and I was like, "Oh, don't talk about it, like don't show it to anyone." And I also coincidentally, it's not a coincidence though, I also never growing up wanted to, like when I got out of the house, wanted to celebrate my birthday. And I was like, no, don't make a big deal about it. It's fine. Like, who cares? I haven't done anything to celebrate, whatever. And then I just kept doing that. Like if I booked something on a TV show, it's like, oh, okay, well, it's just a guest star. Like it's a few lines, who cares? And then one day I went to therapy and the woman was saying to me,
One day I went to therapy.
and the therapist said to me, she was like, so tell me more. Why don't you want to celebrate your birthday? I go, because I've done nothing in my life that's important or success. I'm a failure at everything. So why would I celebrate myself? And she's like, that makes me so sad for you that you think that. You have done things that people have all tried to do and you've never done
You're
it.
getting emotional about
Well, yeah,
this.
because it makes me sad.
This is a Cheez-It story.
No. It just makes me like it got us off on a tangent because we were talking about like like you not taking in the like, oh my God, thank you so much, and you did it just now. But like I'll walk in here and I'll say you look so beautiful tonight. And you're like,
Yeah.
thanks. Like
I know. I was just like, I don't want you to get sad over something like.
it's okay. I'm healed from it. I'm just an emotional person. I just like I really healed that part of myself. So if someone says to me like, oh, you look really pretty today, I say thank you so much. Or if someone's like, wow, that's really incredible that you wrote a one-person show and like got it to New York and did all this stuff with it. Normally I would think, yeah, but I'm a failure because it didn't make it to Broadway or didn't get me another job and I'm still, not, whatever. Like that's where my brain would normally go. And so I just think it's really great to learn the skill of accepting, like, I fucking did that.
I can't call that. I mean, that's some shit from your
That's what I just said.
Your parenting or growing up or your family life or something.
I literally just explained where it came from.
Okay, great. All right. I don't,
I grew up where it was frowned upon to do that. And it's like, you got to just, like, if you got 100 or if you got a 98 on a test, it's like, where are the other 2 points kind of thing.
Not to get off on a tangent, but there is that weird thing that people exist in where it's never enough.
Totally.
Like I get to this thing, I want to get to this thing, you get to this thing, and then you get to this thing for 1 second, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm not, I got to go there. Or if, like your one woman show and you put it up and you worked your ass off and it ran for multiple nights and different. No, but I didn't get the or I didn't get the bigger. Like I need to get that's insanity.
I know.
Like that thinking is fucking insane.
I know. That's why I don't think that anymore. And that's why when my birthday comes around, I like to go out to a dinner and do all that stuff because I've healed. So I just, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So that was product placement. What did you think of meeting Todd?
What'd you think of old granddad?
So the story I was telling was that the Cheez-Its put another 50 grand into the budget. That was the end of that story.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
She hijacked your whole shit.
Totally fucking. No.
So you got off on a tangent and started crying and fucking you were feeling a thing.
Just because I want Nat to take in compliments.
No, I do. I know, but it's our responsibility to make sure she does that by saying that's a very big deal.
I know. I walked in here the other day.
It's not going to happen like you just tell her now it's fixed.
I've been working on
like
this
petting
with
Minnie.
Natalie.
It's like a stroking. You have to always let her know.
I do.
That it's a fucking very big, because there are a lot of big deals. Everybody's like, there's no big deal.
Listen.
There's a lot of big deals happening all the time in everybody's life.
I know.
You guys, listen, I'm being full honest right now. This is not me trying to skate around it. Like, I don't fucking care about that work. I want to make this channel everything. It's like all I fucking care about. I don't care about anything I did before this. It doesn't matter. I'm not passionate about any of it. People are always like, oh, you'll write again. And I'm like, nope, will not. Don't fucking care about writing at all ever again. I did it. Been there, done that, over it.
Or if there's an
moving
opportunity and something's interesting to you and it's something that you want to throw your creative talents at, then you will.
Writing? No, it's a lot of work, and it's just like I don't
So
have
then
that. Like
you
those juices
don't
for
enjoy
it
writing anymore.
No,
You want to do the fucking no diffies.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm in. I back that.
Okay, what do you think about Todd?
Old granddad?
Yeah.
Is he old granddad or is Mary's husband old granddad?
Well, Todd is significantly older than Bronwyn.
He's old grand. I forgot which nickname
Mary
goes
is married
with
to
who.
her step grandfather.
They have a fascinating fucking thing.
Fascinatudo.
I think that and it's not something we're seeing, but they seem very comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
They definitely feel like they love each other.
Agreed.
And they feel like they have a working thing. Now, whatever that is clearly not our business because they haven't let us in. They haven't brought that to the show. But I'm for this. Two people, if you're not hurting anybody and you're not hurting yourselves, set it up however you want to set it up. As long as two people are communicative. Like, I don't think Bronberry is cheating on him.
No.
I think that Bronberry has a pass.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think
No.
so?
I don't think she's stooping anyone but Todd.
I don't think she is.
She's got something.
But I think there is an agreement. Or old granddad is like, doesn't ask. He's sort of like, don't ask, don't tell.
No, because then why would she be so upset? Remember we told you he had an emotional affair? She was very upset when that happened. Why would she be upset if he had an affair if they have an agreement that they can step out?
Because women can be irrational. Well, no,
men can also be irrational.
Men can be irrational as
How about
as well.
humans can be irrational?
Okay, but women, okay, great. Humans can be irrational.
Yeah.
Would you say that women are more emotional than men? Based on the physiological nature of who we are as beasts.
I think that's a bigger conversation than the show will allow for, but let me just say this. I think that we as women have the space and allowance in society, at least in America, to be emotional, to have colors within our emotional spectrum. I think, unfortunately, we raise boys to become men saying, You don't cry, you shove shit down. I think you have just the same spectrum of emotions that I do, that Natalie does, but you weren't raised to think it's okay to let your freak flag fly.
For whatever reason, then, women tend to be more emotional than men.
More
Because they're
outwardly
allowed the space.
expressive of their emotions.
But that's all I don't know about your inner. I don't know about anybody's
I
inner.
think dudes romp around the house and bust into things and fucking kick shit and get pissy, like where women are like communicative of like their feeling. They're gonna tell you all about it, and we just got to figure out like what's wrong with Joey.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, to me, men have, not all men, but a lot of men, the majority of men have basically two colors. You're either okay or you're angry. You get just as angry at stubbing your toe on the coffee table as you do if someone hit your car while you were driving.
Great.
There's no colors there.
Okay, so but
I would like more men to cry instead of just being angry about stuff. Like, you can have colors. You can have layers too.
I have layers. I have
No,
colors.
I'm saying this writ large. But okay, we need to move on. So tell me about, do you have any other thoughts about the...
Well, no, I watched their whole dynamic. It was interesting to me, and I liked it. It felt sweet. It felt thoughtful. They both love each other. He's very protective of her.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid. I know he's not supposed to be, she doesn't need any protection. I get it.
No,
but like, she's her own person. But he's very protective of her, and that's very sweet. And she looks to him for advice. Yeah. Right? Not because he's a man, but because he's older and has more life experience.
And that's her partner, and she trusts him. And
that's how it feels, right? It's not a male or a female thing. And so I really like their thing. He's half interested.
Yeah.
In all of it.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool, because I don't, given his druthers, I don't think he'd be on the show.
Absolutely not.
But he's doing it because he wants to be supportive of her, right? So all that shit that happened in the restaurant, to me, was very sweet.
Nat, you got anything?
No, it was very sweet. He's clearly taking care of literally her entire fucking family. It's a bummer that like she's sitting there talking about her aging parents and how the dad has Alzheimer's and the mom is now living with them indefinitely. And this fucking old dude has got like food on his face because he's like 5 minutes away from where her parents are. It was just like just had a moment of being like, oh God, you are going to just be taking care of people forever. My dad married a nurse for his fourth wife, probably a wise decision. It didn't end up being, because she ended up being one of those nurses who takes all her patients' pills.
Never get high on your own.
A little backfire-y, Yeah.
Fucking A. Let's fucking go. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Treats.
Yeah. But now I realize like that's got to be, my stepdad who just passed this last year, is his wife is 2 years older than me, and she took care of him forever. Like, there is something about like dudes don't just marry younger chicks because they're hotter and whatever. I think dudes know like we die younger, and I don't want to go in a fucking home. I don't want to go live elsewhere. Like, I think that there's something maybe subconsciously that they know, like
some weird primitive self-preservation thing.
Yeah. Like, it's not just to like, oh, they like to bang hot young babes, and it doesn't matter that they look older, because it usually doesn't. But I think that subconsciously they know it's a preservation thing.
They don't seem very sexual to me.
I thought the same thing. And then she said this, like, in
gout dick.
No, in the other episode, she was like, I love having like sex with my husband. And the way she said it, I was like, I believe you.
I think she does, because I think she's a pleaser. I think that people have been batting her in the face her whole life and basically telling her she's not good enough. And I don't think that being in the Mormon church.
That's a really great point, Natalie.
Thank you so much. I don't think that being in the Mormon church helped with that at all. You can tell just writ large of this episode, seeing the way even her mother talks to her later, like she can't do anything right. Even her husband.
The mother
brings
is
up,
a bummer. The mother fucking bummed me out, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get to that scene.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in. I'm fucking in. Let's bring you back into the fold. You went down somewhere. I don't know where you went.
Me at
but
hemorrhaging. I'm sorry.
But bring it back the fuck
Oh,
up.
I thought it's because I ruined her Cheez-It story.
No, I don't. I was joking.
We got to bring you back into the fold,
story.
man. And we talk about that shit when I'm on the show. I lose you the thing to pretend like it's not. No, we're bringing you back up in here.
Wait.
Get back into this convo, man. I can't have you over there doing some fucking
I'm
weird
not a multitasker.
sulk.
I got one line. I got one note in me. That's it. So the other thing about
Gotcha
him,
TV show.
he said, yeah. Okay. He.
I hate myself. Oh yeah, I hate myself.
Stop it if you want her to get her sentence out. You jerk off.
So it is fucking gnarly. Like the thing that sucks about him, there are way more pros about him than cons because she needs a lot because clearly she is a caretaker and wants to be able to provide for her family. And he's letting that happen. What's kind of a bummer, but it's not because of what he's giving, but it is still because women, we're just always going to want, we know it just takes just a little, just kick it up one more notch and everything would really be great. And like, he doesn't really seem to
he doesn't want to get with that program.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get with that program. He's not going. But even just when she's like, oh, and so doesn't like me. And he says something like, no one likes you.
He goes,
Right.
he says a lot of people don't like you.
People don't like you. And she's like, she looked surprised. She was like, who else doesn't like me? He's like, have you been in the comments? And it's like, are you in the comments, Dad? Like, Jesus Christ. So I'm speculating, but I just, you've seen dudes like this. You've seen relationships like this. I think that there's a part of him that if he's a wise man, and he clearly is a great businessman, he's made all this money, made some great choices in his life, probably is able to read people. You don't get that far without that. There is something about the way he digs at her every 5 beats. It's almost like I know I'm married to this beautiful, capable, go-getting woman. I've got to keep her down. I got to just remind her now and again, it's not all gravy out there for you, And
Interesting.
So that's what my takeaway. But it's give and take. She's getting what she needs.
Yeah.
And he's making sure that it's always going to be enough because her mind won't allow her to think she's good enough if he just keeps those little jabs.
Interesting.
I agree with that. And I was really struck by just the connection that you just made, the way he is with her and how she seeks his approval, the way she's desperate for Lisa's approval and the way she's desperate for her mom's approval. And she just can't get. Remember that in National Lampoon's European Vacation where they're circling around Big Ben Parliament and he's like, I can't get left. I cannot get left. Like she can't get left in any of these relationships. She's just
and either one she cares about.
And I don't know why she's trying to care about Lisa. And even your mom at a certain point, like they say, like, oh, blood is thicker than water. It's like, in the great words of Teresa, however Mike says her last name's Guadici or whatever. Guaducci. She goes, blood is thicker than water, but it stains worse when it spills. That was her tagline or something like that. And it's true. Like I saw this thing on Instagram that's like, nothing's better than like your relationship with your sister. And every person in the comments were like, not if your sister's an asshole. Yeah. My sister fucking stole from me. She actually stole my husband from me. Like it was just all of these things. That's like, we're brainwashed to think you have to lick the boot that kicks you because it's a blood relative. And of course, try to make the relationship work if you can, because it is the only mother you'll ever get or the only sister you'll ever have. You get what I'm saying? But if they're abusive or talk to you the way her mom was talking to her, it's like you can stand up and be like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
I love you, but you don't get to speak to me that way. And I just thought it was the parallels and how all of those dots
and
connected.
They're all like 100 years older than her. And she's it's why she probably wears her, I know it's fashion, but just for the sake of this, let's call them costumes. They're a little costume. Yeah. Her fashion is a little costumey. Yeah. And I think that she stays in like this childlike little bob and like, just because
even her voice.
Yeah, even her voice.
It's a little reserved, like
totally.
Hi, Newport, or I don't know what the reservation's under. Like, get on your voice, girl. Speak. And she has it. And I really, really like her. This is not a criticism. This is just like
no. This is I felt like I got to know her so much more through. You know how we were just in the episode with the kids where they were like, oh, in Orange County, we just saw all the relationships. This was like the parent episode for this. Like, and I think that the show is probably learning because they've had some missteps. I think they're learning that like these people are so like flaccid, like not flaccid, that's vapid or whatever. Like you gotta.
I hate that word.
You gotta pull the family in if you want to connect with these women who are just flash and no cash, really.
Yeah.
No, there needs to be some. There's some real backstory when you watch the parents. We're all a work in progress, all of us, right? Because there's a real duality to her in the sense that She made the most sense when she's arguing with Lisa.
Yeah.
She stands her ground. She's fucking confident.
Yeah.
She knows who she is. She knows where she's coming from. She knows where she wants to go. Like, she's really put together in one aspect of her life. Like, there's a duality to her, right? And we're seeing some of the vulnerabilities or some of the spots on her character.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good to her too. It's like all human beings.
So much good to her.
There's a duality, and it actually makes her. It makes her the most relatable so far. Like,
she totally is.
She's got all these different parts to her, which is cool that they've showed us.
Yeah, and to me, it makes her the most beloved person on the cast because I really like that even though she is flashy with the stuff that she's like, her clothes are expensive. They're not just costumes; they're very expensive. Like,
that's why. Because Mary said that last time when Brittany made the comment, like, "I love your costume," and she's like, "This is fucking fashion. This isn't a costume,
couture,
bitch.
dummy."
It's couture." Yeah,
totally. And
so I just meant to say that her specific taste in fashion is a specific kind where, like, Paige DeSorbo was not wearing that. Bronwyn is. That's what sets their fashion apart. Is she'll come in looking like Big Bird sometimes, you know?
Totally. And I knew exactly what you meant, and I fully agree.
Yeah.
I just mean, like, she's spending a lot of money on all of this.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, you get this other dynamic of her where she is showing, like, the cracks in her marriage, the fact that she had a kid really young and was ostracized from her family and her community, like, where she still struggles when she lied about the necklace and said, like, I just want to be cool. I just want to be accepted. Like, that makes me like you so much more. No one wants to be friends with perfection because we know then you're full of shit. Yeah. Because perfection doesn't exist.
Correct.
Yeah.
What's the next scene?
Okay, hold on really quick. Hold on. Okay, so one thing else I want to say about that is that I say this thing about the dude, and I say, like, that's obviously, like, a really, like, unattractive quality to watch him do something like that. But to allow her to do what she is doing is very generous of him. And obviously Mike and this dude have nothing in common, but they do, aside from the fact that, like, I got to go spend 3 months with my dad in Oklahoma for his final year, and it was, like, the greatest thing in my life. And if I didn't have a bankroller like Mike to be able to keep a life fully going here, you know, it's one thing I could have moved home, but, like, I got to just have my life here and go there, and Mike worked and paid for all of that, and it was the greatest gift ever and, like, the best thing that could have ever happened. So that was really sweet of him to take so much care. Her daughter, he raised a daughter like it's his own, cares about her as if it's own, probably more than a lot of regular fathers do. So there's many positives too.
We're splitting fucking hairs too because we're talking about a television show. At the end of the day, they're fine. They have a pretty good thing.
Oh no,
I really like them.
I know, me too. Great thing.
Yeah.
And thanks, Connors. Good looking out.
Yeah, I know. It made me a little
Connors
weepy.
is a good man because he's providing. Oh no, but I could provide for my fucking self. No, I know, but it's nice that, you know, Connor's provided. Is it not?
No, it was amazing.
There's
care for these two ding dongs.
Yeah, we're just talking about
Fucking no fire, fucking kill me for fucking wanting to be a provider.
We're talking about nuance here, Shane.
I'm just gonna lean back into it though when it fucking suits me to make a point.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, great.
I need a hug from Louis. I need to garden with him.
Who's Louis?
Angie's dad.
Oh, he's fucking great.
I want to garden with him. I want to drink Greek coffee with him. I want to go to Crete with him. I'm in love with this man.
Louis was amazing, and it just reminds me that there's such a wealth of, and I've repeated this, I think more than I really have a lot on this show, which is that we have a massive untapped resource in the elderly, and I mean that dude has seen some shit.
Oh, and especially the immigrant elderly.
Yeah, and you sit with that. I mean, I was sitting with them right when we were watching the thing. I think to myself, this guy's got it all right. Like he doesn't. He's not caring about cash, prizes. He doesn't care about fucking money, property, prestige. That guy wakes up, and the one thing that he's got to think about today is that he gets to spend time with his daughter, and it's going to make his whole fucking day. And it's just things. The road gets narrower, and things get easier as you get older. Because you have wisdom. And the end of the day, none of this shit really matters. It's what matters is what's going on that couch.
I'm going to cry again. It's so sweet.
He was fucking great.
I love him. It reminds me of my grandma because I talk to my grandma every single day of my life. And you love your grandma too.
Yes, she does.
What? No, I don't talk to my grandma anymore. She's dead.
Well,
you said
when,
you talked.
I'm
no,
sorry. When has that stopped you?
Yeah. By the
I
way,
still talk to
you
dead
talk.
people. I talk to her all the time. 'Cause I talk to
fucking
dead
hear
people.
you talk to Joe all the time.
Yeah, because she's still around. Spirits never
Right.
die. But like, just the beauty for her to be able to sit there and talk to her dad and have a cup of coffee with him and like talk about the roses.
By the way, it's
So
and it's
sweet.
her at her best.
Her best.
Like all the other stuff, and she doesn't bum me out, but that's her at her best when she's just bonding and relating with her father, and she's dying to be more connected to his roots and who she is, and everything about that is just beautiful. It was just all great, and then she'll tail off into the thing and get confused and thinks that other things are important, like we all do.
100%.
But for that moment, like that's, I mean, a big thing that I do is like find your moment every day, right? Like they had their moment. I mean, and that's a wonderful day. That was the best part of her whole week.
That was the best part of my whole week. And I don't even
was
know
fucking
these
great.
people.
First call of the day, last call of the night to your dad.
Ugh.
Everyone, if you like your dad at all, just fucking do it.
Yeah. Just talk. Like if you like your parents, do it.
Fucking house was in perfect order.
Oh my God, did you die?
He had it all ready. It was.
Did you see his cut roses that he grew in the vase in the middle of the table?
We
It's a
should all,
labor of love?
we should all, and he fucking my hair down the road. Like he's got a. I mean, that's where it's going, right? It's just gonna end. It's just gonna continue to
Probably.
trail back. You think I'm gonna be able to keep that tail end like he had?
I think so, yeah. Or you could just go to Turkey and
Or
all
no,
your
I'm
hair
fucking
dreams
finished.
will
Am
come
I
true.
finished? I mean, I know.
You've held on to this hair for so fucking long. Are you going to Turkey?
No.
Yeah,
This
you
shit
just go
is.
to Turkey and get it.
I'm not
done.
doing that. I'm not doing that. I gotta
we
find.
talked about this the other day. You
I
said-
gotta find a way to be sexy this way.
Okay.
Dude, I
I'm not-
love seeing like there'll be photos. People will be like in air like terminals in Turkey, and they'll just kind of take a photo of everyone around. And there's like literally a dozen dudes
Looking like this.
No, that have just gotten those. They got dots everywhere because they just went and got the transplant. Because Turkey's big on the transplant.
Walk me
It's
through.
the capital
It's the
of
capital
the
of it,
universe.
yeah.
Walk me through the process.
Oh God, I don't know. She probably does.
I don't know it completely.
What do you
but-
mean dots?
No, it's the marks. You know when you get surgery, they put marks on you so they know where they're going to cut, where they're going to implant shit. So basically, there are men that have gone to Turkey. I'm not shitting you. They are bald. They are Mr. Clean cue balls, and they come back
Full bushy head of hair.
like me.
Dude, Theo
Howard
Vaughn.
Stern.
Theo Vaughn did it. I think he did like 2 of them. That's why he has all that hair. He's very public about it.
Yeah, and I
Right.
like that guys are saying like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
did this." Matthew McConaughey,
One of the guys
bravo!
on Love
You said
Island
you
did it. One of the guys on Love Island just this last season did
You
it.
think I should do it?
Here's how I feel about plastic surgery. If you're not taking something too far, which clearly you haven't, and it's gonna make you happy, absolutely fucking do it. I will get a facelift one day. If all this shit drops down and I look like a raisin, I will absolutely get a facelift. The Forever 35 face, sign me up.
Do you think I should? It's not the Forever 35 face.
know,
though.
I'm kidding. That's what
but
they're
that's
calling
the
it.
problem with the fucking facelift.
I'm
Is when you
joking.
get the facelift, you're like, she got a facelift.
Yeah,
it
I'm fine with
looks,
it.
but it doesn't look natural or
Have you
normal.
seen what they're doing now? The facelifts have completely changed. They're
No.
doing them
Have
in a
you
different
seen
way.
Kris Jenner? Have you seen her?
Yeah, she looks like a. She doesn't. She looks like a. She looks
She
like.
looks incredible.
No, she looks like an avatar. Like, and she
No.
from the. Have
Yeah.
you been 3 feet away from her?
There
It's
are
a
women.
different
Hold on. There
universe.
are women that are getting this done, like normal women that are from all over the country, and they are doing videos. They're doing before, during, after. These women look outstanding.
Have you
They
seen Lindsay
look-
Lohan?
They look altered.
Right.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's
they
not.
look altered in the sense that it's like, no, I saw you a month ago. You looked your chronological age, and now you look fucking incredible. Sign me up.
But you looked incredible at your age.
Yeah,
That's
I
the,
don't- here's the thing.
No, I don't think. Not everybody does. Lindsay Lohan, I think, had the kind of genetics where I think she was looking much older, much faster
Prematurely
than
aging.
Yeah, she just was, and now she's back. Now she'll be in movies again.
it's the gallons of Red Bull and the fucking chain smoking
Yeah.
and the
Lifestyle.
pills.
I think that what you were
and the
referring
no
to is
sleep.
lifestyle choices.
Like I know friends that were friends with her were back when
Yeah.
she was in that
Oh,
whole.
excuse me, Lisa Barlow.
No, when she was creating, like when she
Yeah.
was like basically built Us Weekly culture,
Yeah,
like her and
100%.
Paris Hilton and their
The
fucking
golden days.
They built that culture,
yeah,
right?
and that's when you were promoting. Like that's like your golden
I
era
had
too of that kind of work.
I had friends that knew those people, and so her body and the Red Bull and the smokes and the no sleep is what destroyed her face. I mean, that's
fine. Whatever she's done to restore or revitalize
alter.
or whatever, she looks beautiful. She
Great.
looks great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not my jam.
and I'm just letting you know it is my jam. I think aging is beautiful. I just also think if there's something out there that would make me happy to nip tuck, sure, yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
The thing about the hair and going to Turkey and getting a thing and all that, I wanna investigate inside of me. Why is it I would feel the need to want to do that instead of embracing what happens as a result of aging, right? Because there's going to be multiple versions of ourselves, right?
Sure.
And I think that we're gonna go to the gym, get down to 168, fucking shred up, do the thing. Like, okay, so now I'm robbing myself of what it's like to experience getting older, right? Or becoming an old man.
No. Because
That's just for me.
No, but Shane, I think that the reason that you're even having this conversation, or it's even on your mind that you're like vacillate, like maybe should I, will he, won't he ordeal, is because 50 now is not what it was when we were kids. 50 is 30 now. So you still feel and still want to do and still want to be and all the things that like all the other 30-year-olds are doing, and like you're having to grapple with the fact that like, oh, I don't feel
50
any of
was the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
They were in their 50s.
Yeah, like that's not like,
but
you would be on the Golden Girls that long ago. Like that's fucking crazy. That's not the times
And
anymore. So I don't think it's like a stretch that you would be thinking about like, I don't match what my life is right now.
See.
What my life is, it's not even about like, oh, how I feel inside, because everyone's always like, I feel like a kid. No, what your life is and how you are is very youthful. So I think that's probably
want to
what it
learn
is.
how to.
Great point.
I want to learn how to be fine with aging, being whatever, and I am. I'm never gonna go do the thing. I got to
If you
figure
were
out a way to
70,
rock
I would
this.
say give it up, lean into it. You're not. You're 54.
55,
I
by
just
the
also
way,
think
which is
if it's
fucking
something,
old.
I also think there's a part of it that really ain't that deep. If you love having hair because you love running your fingers
And you
through
do.
it,
I know you do.
you love fucking with it, you like putting little braids or whatever, and just go do it. Who gives a shit?
Also, I think it's also our culture. Like, no, 55 is 55. 55 is not young.
It is.
But it's not.
It is and it isn't, in the sense.
And there's a lot of dudes my age, friends of mine, that
Yeah.
are desperate to not want to look 55.
That's where it's dangerous.
That's where the culture is, right? And I want to be comfortable being where I am.
But here's the
not
thing.
chasing some weird version of myself. Like at 30,
No, but-
nobody could fuck with me. Like I was the fucking hottest. It's 55. I'm not supposed to be 30 at 55.
I'm going to put a photo up of Shane.
I'm supposed to rely on different things.
Wait, can we
now.
talk about something real quick because you could see Shane in his 30s if you watched a little show called Survivor.
Oh shit, we've not even.
We've
talked
never.
about that,
Shane was
right.
on Survivor, so he has experience firsthand with reality TV.
Yeah, if you remember the guy that made a rock a phone.
It was a piece of wood, I think.
Oh, was it
Natalie.
wood?
Put
Oh, I thought
some
it was a
respect
rock.
on the
I'm sorry, I
Woodbury.
thought it was a rock.
Right. How do we get into this?
Because we were saying if you want to see Shane in his 30s,
Oh, I'm
that
going
he
to
was
get the
hot.
photo of you with the wood phone.
Great. The reality television, though, it's different. There's
yeah.
a huge difference between what we're watching
Yeah.
and reality competition.
Yes.
And we can.
But real quick, just to wrap up the plastic surgery stuff, that's why I started off by saying if you're not abusing it, you wouldn't be getting the hair transplant so that you could act and be and roll around like you're a 30-year-old dude. You're not going to be dyeing your hair. You're not going to be getting liposuction everywhere.
I disagree.
It would just be like, no, I just like hair and I just want it on my head.
That's not. I
Okay.
want to get hair because I feel insecure about the fact that I'm going bald and it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Here's where I think that you might be out on it. Is it seems from what I've seen and what I've heard people talk about that it is a long healing process, and I think that you are the guy that you'd be like, look at this fucking schmo with the fucking dots, you know, like you would give them a hard time
because you're saying a lot when you're doing that.
Yeah.
You're saying a lot. I want to be comfortable being where I am and whatever God created, I want to be comfortable with that, right? That doesn't mean that I'm not going to whatever, but like it's okay to get old. It's okay to look older. It's okay to it's okay to age.
Agreed.
The guy we were just talking about sitting on that couch, he's beautiful. That 89-year-old.
He's a gorgeous human being.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he's not thinking about getting an hair transplant, that
No.
guy.
Well, he lived through some wars and ravaged villages and shit.
But he's not lost the plot. He's not lost the plot. Like
one iota, not one iota.
I got to figure out a way to feel sexier with this, not change it so that it's all an inside job.
I'm here for that.
It's
the
all
call
an inside
is coming
job.
from inside the house.
What's that?
You know what
Okay,
I think is funny is that we're always like, I'll just like we would give people a hard time for getting plastic surgery. Like it was just kind of like fucking joke. Like, oh nice, oh she got a fucking her fourth facelift. Oh, this guy over here with the fucking hair,
Crop
what a
rotation.
joke. Yeah. And so now it's like we decided to be okay with people who were getting it and support them. But now I feel like I guess I'll be supportive of you not getting it. That's where I'm at.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Okay, our next scene up is Bronwyn talking to her mama, which we kind of touched on.
Yeah.
That really was a brutal scene to watch. I just don't.
Why is that mom awful? The math is the math. We see Bronberry and all of her faults, foibles, and strengths. And is there any doubt why she fucking doesn't think she's allowed to have any space in a room?
No.
Like she's
And
her mother like
basically-
shit on her the whole time.
It's the fucking church.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the church. It's that, and they all grew up in it. And she talks about how her father was like the clerk of the church. But I don't even know what the fuck that really means. Like I don't know what his job was, but it was basically like a respected elder of the church. And she comes home pregnant after her first year at BYU and gets kicked out. So he's got to. Now it's a story. Now it's a thing. And so I think that they have basically punished her for that in a way. And she's been trying to make up for it and they've never really let her. This church is just all sorts of wrong. And I'm a church person. Like, I'm like, oh, go if it makes you feel great. And you find your peace there and have your Sunday and your phone's off. And like, it's meditation. It's all the things, you know, great. That church, that is stuck in an era. And I think it is only hurtful, very hurtful to people.
What'd you think?
About the scene?
Yeah, and her mom and the whole deal.
I think I kind of said it earlier where I just feel like all the dots connect. This is why she acts the way she acts with Lisa. This is why she picked Todd. I think Todd was familiar to her because she's used to striving and being perfect and flawless. And if I do all of this and I'm the shiniest penny and the kindest person in the room and I try to make everyone feel comfortable, you'll like me, right? I'll be okay, right? You won't punish me anymore for the one wrong thing I did in my entire life. And I'm not saying she hasn't done any other things wrong, but I'm just saying it seems to me like she was following a lot of the rules that were set out for her. She had a boyfriend. They had an unplanned pregnancy, and she has never been able to live it down the rest of her life, whether it's with Lisa, because Lisa's involved in that from last season. Lisa's friends with the father of her child. The father of her child is no longer alive, but basically he never showed up for her or the kid, and the family was awful to Bronwyn. And I don't even think they've ever really met the child or met her as an adult, and they're not good to this kid and basically treat her like she doesn't exist, which is fucked up. This kid didn't ask to be born. This kid didn't do anything wrong. Bronwyn didn't do anything wrong. She got pregnant and she decided to have the kid. She doesn't need to be raked over the coals and lambasted her entire life because she got pregnant at 18. Plenty of people do. She clearly is a wonderful mother. She seems to have raised a lovely child. They seem to have a good relationship from the small bits and pieces we've seen about it. And it just seems like her parents have just not really let her off the hook for it. And that makes me really sad for her.
There's a couple of things that I really didn't like about mom. The mom is miserable. Mm-hmm. The mom is really sad. The mom is really kind of... There were two things that really fucked me up for Bronberry, which is... And by the way, this Mormon shit is fucking off the chain. It is beyond patriarchal.
Yeah, like you're watching
it is
this group
patriarchal.
of women is all a product of this thing, and you're seeing them all a little
No, it's
Except Meredith, and then obviously Mary, but
Right.
Mary's in her own kind of, it seems like,
Well,
cult.
because Meredith is back to is Jew now, and the Jews are fucking thriving.
And
you know?
Meredith has always been Jewish, though.
But didn't she?
She just got bat mitzvahed. She had never been
right.
bat mitzvahed.
So she wasn't really practicing before, right?
She was like whatever a
Creaster.
Creaster is for Jewish people. That's like we celebrate
okay.
Hanukkah,
Okay.
Passover, like the big ones.
Fucking
Happy Yom
blood
Kippur
drops,
to
don't
everyone.
eat for
Yeah.
the day. Right. Thing about Bronberry is there were two things with the mom, right? The mom, and the religion is so patriarchal. Bronberry has done a ton to fucking raise her kid, and she's got a lot to be proud of and a lot to stand on and a lot to feel confident about. And the mom, I have a son. All I want for my son is to have a better life than me. That's it. Or to do whatever I can to support him in that. And the mom firing off like, oh, you couldn't have gotten any of this thing done without fucking old granddad.
And by the way, she
Like,
didn't
she
meet
was-
Todd until the kid was 10. So clearly.
Like she was just shitting on Bronberry's whole fucking path and process and taking away any success
Yep.
or victory from Bronberry with that one comment.
yeah, it was messed up.
It was, but it's like, it's not fucking cool.
while they're partaking in the financial upswing that she has pulled off for herself, while her father is in a fucking, I'm sure, a top tier hospital in Salt Lake City, caring for his Alzheimer's. That's why he's been able to have it for 10 years. Imagine if she wasn't able to support that. Where would the mom go right now? The audacity of this bitch to say like, well, you need a dime. You can't do this with no money. I mean,
and you couldn't have
well,
gotten
you
here without.
wouldn't be sitting here playing your little Sudoku and drinking my fucking sponsored soda if I didn't fucking let you in here. So I just thought it was like,
Yeah, no,
What are you
it was all
doing,
repressive.
lady?
It was none of it was to build her up or to give her, to give her support or to applaud
Yeah.
her journey.
It was the
like
same
to pull
thing.
back, to hold her back, to like shit on her parade. The whole thing, and the mom's. Yeah, listen, I get it. Your husband's dying of fucking Alzheimer's. Hopefully, he doesn't remember you because it would probably make his life
'cause
better.
that's a bummer.
That would make it fucking better. But the second thing is that it's just she's got other weird. She's jealous of Bronberry.
Yeah.
There's like this weird jealousy thing that I fucking picked up on, and she's kind of just this like fucking miserable old hag. The only thing
Yeah.
missing is a Pall Mall, like a fucking
the cigarette.
yeah. I mean, she just kind of was, and I don't understand how you can look at your child and want to do anything to try to like
Correct.
make them feel anything but, supported and like and proud, like pride, like take pride in your child and in her journey, not like fucking nitpick on it. Just the whole thing was a bummer.
There's
and
this-
also the reason why Bronberry's Bronberry.
Yeah.
Because
She
she's never
married
gotten any
her-
love her whole life from her mother. So what's she gonna do? She's gonna fucking put on the dresses and the costumes and get old granddad and please love me, love me, love me, love me. That's all Bronberry is.
I just want to be friends with her and give her a hug and be like, you're enough.
I know. Please love me. Please love me. That's all that's every time I see her, that's until she's snaps into that like fucking, oh, I know who I am. Oh, I know where my feet are.
As you say, she's proved herself to herself.
Right. She has on some level, and she's
But
like,
not on all the levels yet.
and she's fired, and there is something about Bronberry where she has proven herself to herself, because when it's time to be an adult, she fucking hangs with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But the other stuff, it's sad.
When she's in a particular situation, you see her revert back to the desiring of the approval very deeply.
It's deep.
And her mom is deeply unhappy, and there's a saying in Yiddish, "Fabis and a punum." It's like you're just constantly sucking on a lemon, and her mom just has that written all over her. She just has
fucking
distaste.
By the way, dementia, has anybody ever been around dementia?
Yes, grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Did it fuck you up?
My mom was really the one that took care of her because it was 2 hours away. My mom put her in a place really close to her. So my mom would go there 3 times a week. And then she'd go on Sunday and read her Bible to like all the little ladies in there. And
Amazing.
I don't give my mom enough credit for that because I just wasn't around it all that much. It was just too much for me. My grandmother was like a second mother to me. So to see her that way and to not have I was like the light of her life, and then she doesn't even know who I am, like that was like, I didn't even know how to be in the room. Like it was really, really rough. And I knew that my mom, because moms will just take care of everything, and she took care of everything, and I don't give her not enough credit. I don't talk to her about it. I don't ask her what you just asked me. I should ask her, Mom, how you doing?
Aw.
Nice.
Mama Gina. We love her so much.
I read a book by Sandra Day O'Connor that was a first female justice of the Supreme Court, and her husband died of Alzheimer's. Oh. And she said it's far harder on the person than it is. Like you don't need to feel as bad for the person because they like. Yes, there's a little bit of that, like there's that section of time where they're recognizing that they're fucking like losing it.
Yeah.
And that shit is kind of a drag. But then when they cross over, it's like, oh, you know, they're meeting you. They're just meeting you 1,000 times a day. Yeah. It's like it's the first time every time. So it's not as
traumatic for them.
It's more traumatic for the loved one.
And the loved ones, it is so brutal. And that disease can stretch the span of it's usually around a decade is the lifespan from onset to passing away. That is a brutal thing to think about. A decade of having to be the primary caretaker for the love of your life, for your mother, and just watch them lose everything, period, full stop. That is, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Okay. Our next scene up to me is a nothing burger, and I have nothing to say except I don't like any of your paint colors, Heather. It's when Angie came over to pick the paint color for Heather's.
See, I think there's a lot going on in that scene.
Oh, please tell me.
What do you think of that scene?
I want you to go.
You want me to go?
Yeah. I feel like I'm stealing all the fucking guts of things, so please.
You're
just
not.
Go.
No, you're amazing.
I think everybody's sharing right along, and then I get a little fucking overzealous, and I fucking like demand the floor, and then you guys don't like it, and then we move back to a nice little thing. It's going well.
No, we don't not like it.
I'm
we love
critiquing
you.
the episode as we're doing it. I feel fine about it.
Okay. Oh, good.
Feel good about it?
Yeah.
You feel all right with it?
I always feel good about it.
I think this scene is interesting because it's setting up for us Heather. That's the blonde with the stone face, right? With the fucking sphinx face. Like it looks like she got carved out of stone.
Yep.
That broad is a fucking triple talking, other side having, fucking flip flopping. Like last episode, she was with Lisa at the lunch, ratting out all the people saying they were talking shit about Lisa, this, that, and the other. And it's in the next episode, and now she's like covering her bases, and now she's talking shit about Lisa to the Greek chick and like sharing all this bull. Like Heather just wants to be in the middle of all of the chaos. Like she's the biggest, I think the biggest issue with the friendships. She's sort of like always making sure that she's the person that's creating all the chaos.
She also, from what Nat was said, like your theory last week, which I thought was dead on balls accurate. Joe Schmo, if you're watching, that's for you. When Heather is like prepping for her season, she's thinking, okay, Lisa's always on top. I want to sidle up next to Lisa, but she's seeing very quickly. It's like you entered the game and the best player on your team ain't playing so well anymore. And so you're like, all right, I got to get.
Well, whatever her motivation is, like if it's about ambition and it's about like making sure she's always in all the scenes or like she's getting the most time.
Or aligned herself with the strongest person on the show.
She's coming off the best and is a leader here and and everyone's looking to her as she's a success in this.
Right,
like she's another product of this whole fucking thing.
And she's not a leader. She comes off as like this person causing trouble for the sake of causing trouble. Like there's no reason to tell the Greek girl all of this shit that like she was talking shit about Lisa ad infinitum to the Greek girl. And then in the last, it's like she wants to be in the middle of everything because she doesn't really understand her place in any of it because she's not coming at this with the right intention in the first place. So she just kind of spins around and isn't really all that interesting to me.
And there's a little bit of an
It's all inauthentic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything about it. She doesn't give a shit about this Greek chick. She's just that's the vessel to get her information, to talk shit about Lisa, because she knows the Greek chick's going to go back and tell all the other people. And it keeps her sort of in the middle of the thing. But like in the middle, she's not interesting.
But the bummer is like Heather can be interesting and she can.
I'm telling you, she has the best head on her shoulders out of anyone on this show. I mean, I think she would have less problems with Bronwyn if she would actually just be like, these aren't my problems anymore. I'm moving on with them. You know? She's good. Yeah. She's working against, she's counterproductive. Everything she's doing is, I would like to tell her like, and this is so stupid, so cheesy, but like, you are enough. And that's Courtney's thing. She tells everyone, you are enough. I never say shit like that.
Where'd you get that?
think You're Enough is, I always tell you when it's your stuff, I feel like that, Universal. It's very, Good Will Hunting. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But she could be a great leader on this show, but she gets in her own way. And everything about her, she's statuesque. She's got fucking cheekbones that say, like, I'm here to lead, and like, it's just like, you got it all going for you.
She
but
was
like,
a single mother of 3 kids. She got out of the church.
Yeah.
Like, and by the way,
and her business seems to be one of the most successful ones. Like, there's no fucking lawsuits there, I don't think.
Nope.
I feel like she's the one suing people for not paying.
She has been on the New York Times bestsellers list 2 times. She's writing her 3rd book. Like, she's interesting. She's like, again, you are enough. Just enter the scene as you, not you with like whatever storylines you think you need to bring into it.
Well, her telling all this shit about Lisa to the Greek thing keeps her in the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
It keeps her in the middle of the story.
But not in the, yes, you're right, but to me, it's not in the best way.
But I think that's what her thinking is
100%.
I do this, it keeps me relevant in the show, so they've got to, because why are the reason is this broad doing this? She's like the 3 books on the New York Times bestseller list, 3 kids she's raised. Like, what the fuck do you want to be doing this for?
Because she's got a little bit of the Bronwyn stuff.
She does.
She got kicked out of the church. Her husband left her. This is a church and a marriage that is supposed to be not just here on earth, but forever beyond infinity. Like, it's
Joe
not
Smith or John Smith or whatever that guy is.
it's supposed to be like the fucking next
Fucking
level
Buzz
layers after
Lightyear.
that. Yeah. That's what at least you could do is stay with me on the fucking earth, and you couldn't even do that.
So
this church has fucked up this entire group of women. It's really fucking
I think
sad.
it's fucked up a lot more people than that.
Oh, yeah. But like,
absolutely.
these are the ones that are on
The
my
ones that
screen.
we're only watching.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've really reached the end of the episode. Do you have something
Well,
else?
you've
to say?
got the other thing. I also want to just tell Angie that like no kid cares about their heritage right now.
No.
All kids want, you said it, they're looking for samesies. They want to fit in.
Yes.
Unless
They're making
you
it their
are in New Jersey and you're Italian, everyone there, you're like, oh, are you going to the San Gennaro Festival in Brooklyn? Like when you were in high school, like you're very down to be
right,
a
but
guinea.
you're surrounded by guineas in New Jersey. You've got every friend.
Yeah,
you
you're
tell
in
me,
your own neighborhood
Yeah.
still.
Oh, because she's
I'm
the
gonna
only-
go out on a limb and say she's the only Greek in the neighborhood. You
Right,
know?
and
Yeah.
Nat-
Good point. Thank you.
Natalie is exactly right.
Yeah.
Like, this broad is not trying to do anything to stand out. She wants to, like, in her personal, in her scene, she just wants to, like, by the way, if I'm the dude and, like, pass her the joint and I'm half good looking, she's smoking the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, she is the fucking definition of peer pressure. That little girl.
You know what's interesting though, because we were bringing up that you had mentioned the Orange County, the last episode of the Real Housewives of Orange County, it was very kid centric. And one of the daughters, this chick Jen has a daughter, Everly, who's just like a little baby angel face. Like she's so sweet.
Perfect.
Her mom is her best friend. I think she is the same age as Electra, Angie's daughter. I think they're both around like 14, 15. And they're so opposite. Like Everly
they're
always wants to be
nothing
around her
alike,
mom.
yeah.
She wants to do everything with her mom. She's so excited, like, whatever. She's
Because her mom's on TV.
but so is Angie.
Yeah, there's something off.
So
This
I'm
kid
just
seems
saying-
a little alternative.
It's always interesting to me. Like my sister was very defiant as a teenager and I was not. And I always wanted to be around my mom and my sister didn't have that. She was like, like as soon as she could get out of the house, she wanted to only be with her friends and all that kind of stuff. So it's just so interesting that you could have the same parents or your parents do the same thing and
Yeah.
you have completely different experiences of the kids.
Also, Angie is at the Greeks.
Yeah.
She needs to be an adult and not personalize that her daughter doesn't
Yeah.
want to have anything to do with Greek
Yeah.
culture right now, and just understand that in 10 years,
Oh, she will.
She will, but
She'll
like
be wanting
not
to get her Greek
not to
citizenship.
personalize it or make her daughter feel bad that like you're turning your back on your heritage. Like, don't do any of that shit to this daughter, please. Just suck it up, understand that it's not
Yeah,
personal,
yeah.
and move on. Be an adult,
Yeah.
100%.
Angie.
I think Angie just worries that like your grandfather's not going to be around forever.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
this is something you could connect with him on. Like, let's all go to Greece together as a family. I honestly think that that's where she's thinking about it from. But I agree with
I
you
agree.
that let it go. Don't worry about it.
She's got when she's in her 20s, she'll be looking for that thing that sets her apart.
Correct.
And when she's in her 30s, she'll start caring about
I'm
where am I
fucking Greek.
from?
The
Where's
whole
my
thing.
what's my
Spanakopita,
guts?
anyone?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Hey,
just
fucking
give it a minute.
Souvlaki brothers,
Yeah.
come on in.
Yeah, but right now she's just a bratty ass fucking 16-year-old. Get over it.
It happens.
Yeah.
What's next?
Okay, so our final scene is the way the scene started is the dumbest, most produced thing by Lisa, where she brings half of the chicks skeet shooting just so she could have the elite aspect of, I'm coming in with the A team who've been with me here all day. None of these girls give a shit to be with you all day. None of them wanted to go skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Just throw your bootleg stupid lunch that was gobbledygook from start to finish.
Yeah.
Nothing made sense. You did not prove anything to me. My thought as to what's going on with your lawsuits remains completely untouched.
It's worse.
It's exactly.
Because
It's
you
worse.
always do. You're fighting so hard.
the lady
it's
doth
worse than we
protest
thought.
too much.
Yeah, it's worse than we thought.
It's worse for many reasons. But the shooting, by the way, none of those broads hit those targets.
I was wondering, like, do you think
no
that Lisa?
chance.
Because here's the thing:
They're
Mary
doing-
is not someone who would play along. But Mary was like, "Oh my God, you hit it!" And Mary's
No, they
an
were
asshole.
they were saying everybody needs to pretend like
okay,
that.
okay.
Because I've shot a shotgun,
Yeah.
and that shit is hard.
Yeah.
No,
Like
totally.
it is not easy to hit skeet.
No, my first thing was there's
Unless
no way
the
she
shit's
made it. It
5
was
feet
Mary
away.
that
There's
freaked me out.
absolutely no fucking way. That was all fudged.
Yeah.
That was to the terrible cutaway with like, what was that cutaway of that fucking ski? It was like this stock footage from
Yeah,
something.
it looks like suck. It literally looked like a different
fucking
color of
embarrassing.
screen.
It's probably from a skeet shooting girls trip that happened on like Roni in season 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get into the restaurant, and this is when all the girls show up,
Right.
and they're like, "This is a bag of bullshit."
It was
And
hilarious how they all were like, "Wait, so what are we doing here? Well, I'm here to tell you about this. We already read it. That's how we knew it happened." It was so good.
And just because you say, what was the two words? Like, it's not dismissed. It's we
Denied
it, or was it?
Well, no,
it's a legal
the
term.
whole, and it's all, listen, and again, however you feel about Donald Trump,
Yeah.
right?
It's
It's very Trumpian. It's like we
Definitely.
get the charts and it's the dismissed. It reminded me of the fucking hurricane that he drew,
No,
the
I have-
extra
yeah.
marker fucking hurricane. Like
Yeah.
it's like because you have visual aids doesn't make it not true.
Doesn't
Like
make it a fact.
it doesn't make it. It's like this is your version of alternative facts.
Yeah.
It's your version
so
of
good.
fake news.
Yeah.
It's your version of doubling and tripling down. And because it's a game plan and it's something that we've all now watched for a very long time that works.
Yeah.
And so she's just gonna play this fucking. She's gonna play this game out and this route out with this. I mean, it was ridiculous. The whole thing was absurd.
That exact same note. I was like, where have I seen this before, Lisa?
it's not even just when he did the like bring out. Oh, here's our healthcare plan. Remember when he loaded up the tables with all the stacks? But even just he did it again recently where he invited out all those influencers to hold a big fucking binder full of probably copy paper, the Epstein files.
Oh yeah, no, it's visual aids always are because
Yeah.
stupid people or
Yeah.
people that haven't necessarily tapped into the ability to want to learn or read will see a visual aid and fuck, it must be dismissed, right? Because I'm looking at it
Yep.
here on the visual aid. Like it's effective.
I saw it said,
And
what was the word? What are the two words? It's dismissed or...
Deny, dismiss.
That's what she kept
Well, no,
saying,
because
like
it's two different
deny.
things. If the court dismisses the case,
Yeah.
it's over. You denying it just
Yeah.
means your lawyer said, my client said this didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right, and you putting dismissed over the denial page isn't true. It's not
Yeah.
factual.
Yeah.
But if I make this big fucking sign and it says dismissed, then I guess this shit must be dismissed. Like that's
It's wild.
That's the thinking, and the whole thing is it's fucking very, very.
Entertaining.
It's very interesting to see. It's very interesting to see how important leadership is in America. That's all I'll say about
Yeah.
it. Because we tend to follow and we tend to take on, as a country or as a populace, we tend to take on the personality of our leaders because we want to be led.
It's why they say good teachers are so important. It's why anyone who's in a leadership capacity, whether it's the president of the United States, a kindergarten teacher, your parents, or whomever is the head of your family, in your family, it all comes down from the top. Everything.
And again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have an opinion one way or the other about whether Trump's good or bad for the country, or, I mean, I do, but I don't.
This isn't a political
But this
show.
isn't a
we
political
all
conversation. But I did want to just tap into the fact that there are things that we are doing now as a populace that we might not necessarily have done a decade ago that, exactly, Minnie, don't seem to be helpful, right? Regardless of the policies, regardless of the ideology, we are behaving in a way as a populace that is different than the way we were 10 years ago. And I don't necessarily know if it's as helpful as it could be.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just there was a big golf tournament. I don't know if you guys get into golf, but the Ryder
The
Cup.
Ryder Cup. it was on here all fucking.
Mark's a big golf guy.
Yeah, and it's the U.S. versus Europe. It's a very big deal. It's the first time. The golf is an individual sport, so every 2 years you get to play on a team, and so they really get into the
wow.
team aspect.
That's
the
cool.
U.S. plays the Europe, and there's all these different matches, and it becomes very spirited and entertaining, and it's something that all the golfers look forward to. So they played it. They switch back and forth. America, in 2 years it'll be in Europe, and then 2 years it'll be back in America. So it was played in America. And the people that were at the fucking golf tournament were so out of hand, screaming at the golfers, fucking harassing the golfers' wives, spilling beer on them, screaming, yelling, and it's indicative of our leadership.
That's incredibly upsetting.
It's very, yes, there's all the things you can point your finger to that are like whatever, but like the things that we're not thinking about, it's just kind of how the whole thing has sort of affected us, I think, in a negative way. We're not gentlemen anymore. We're not respectful of other. It was very strange to watch that happen.
This is why I always say, because I'm incredibly spiritual but not religious, that in my religion, which is just love, okay, there's one rule. It's the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. If every single person did that, the world would be an incredibly different place. And I get that sounds airy-fairy and being unrealistic and so flighty, but it's really not. If you're cool with someone screaming at your mother in a Walmart for the last roll of toilet paper, then great. Then you can behave that way. But like, you wouldn't be. You don't want someone to treat yourself or the people you love that way. So don't treat other people that way. It's so easy. If you're driving and someone cuts you off, like, okay, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're more stressed out than you realize. It's that quote, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. We've lost so much of civility, and if you just treat others the way you want to be treated, the world gets, even just your immediate world gets to be a better place. Because Shane said it last week, and I believe this to my core, you teach people how to treat you, and people don't treat me that way because I don't treat other people that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's the decency, the decent thing is we're currently remiss on the decent part.
Hopefully the pendulum swings in both directions. But
so
anyway,
the dinner was exactly what I wanted. I enjoyed every fucking second of it. All of them are fucking all over her, right? Even Stoneface is now like, oh shit, I gotta fucking flop over here now because this fucking sorry, Minnie. So everyone's piling on, and Lisa's just being Lisa, right? Which is 15 different versions of the worst.
Awesome.
And then out of nowhere, some broad to her left like decides to get on Team Lisa. And I'm like, who the fuck are you?
that's Jared Osmond's
I don't even fucking
fiance,
know who you are.
Ex-fiance. That's Brittany,
so
the one that was in the bikini
Right,
on
but
the first
but
episode.
she is so irrelevant.
Correct.
And so fucking vanilla.
Yep.
And so saccharine. I was like, who the fuck are you? Out of nowhere. I've been watching her for 3 episodes. I was like, when did they ship this broad in? Like, she's been around for 3 episodes. I still can't realize who that is.
Yeah.
And she's just, I guess it's time for me to fucking want to be on my camera time for 5 minutes. So she's going to, because being Lisa's only supporter is going to get her time on the show.
Of course. Yeah.
But she's still not really maximizing it because she went after Meredith, and Meredith fucking hates her. She
Yeah.
just loathes her. If Brittany had a quarter of a brain, I always say if this bitch had half a brain. No, if Brittany literally had a quarter of a brain, she would know that her way to get Meredith to stop ragging on her and railing on her all the time is just to be supportive of Lisa. And then through her good work to Lisa, Meredith will be like, well, okay, she's Lisa's friend and I'll just back off, But at this point, Meredith has no reason to. She's going to just tell her what a fucking idiot she is every chance she gets, because why not? If you have been around to see where Brittany started from, it's the only way that you would be able to appreciate her right now, because it's just comedy. Like she's just like the fucking dumb blonde who keeps like walking into the wall over and over again. And so you're looking at her like, what are you even doing here? And I'm like, look who's back. Like, that's where I got with her.
Got it.
She's just comedic relief at this point for me.
She is completely irrelevant to everything.
Correct.
Yeah,
and
like you forget she's even there, and then she chimes in, and you're like, where did you come from?
What are you, the waiter? Like, what the fuck? Who are you? I don't even fucking.
The waiter.
You've put no fucking impression on me at all in 3 episodes.
Where's my mixed greens?
Like I didn't even fucking. I can't.
Where's my Vita tequila?
I can't even remember anything about her, like at all. I was. What?
Yeah.
Is that an extra? Like, was that like a PA? Like, who the fuck is that?
Beyond Brittany, there were just a few things I would like to touch on for this scene. First of all, is Mary having the line of the night, maybe, or the line of the episode, maybe the line of the season for me. I'm confused, and I'm going to stay confused, and I'm going to leave confused.
No, she's
I
great.
didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear
my
that.
God.
That's so good.
Wait, I want to fuck it up because it was so great. She goes,
No, that's
I'm
it.
confused, and I'm going to stay confused, and I'm going to leave confused. Yeah, I got it. Okay. I'm like, that is fucking, bravo, Mary. That's it.
Yeah.
You summed it up for all of us.
Yeah.
What a big, epic waste of time.
Yeah.
And it's why and I really like Whitney. Whitney hit the wall going 90.
Yeah.
She was something in her brain just broke. Couldn't take it anymore, and she fucking went for Lisa.
Oh, Whitney's the redhead who
redhead.
fucking
Yeah.
snapped.
And I get it, because once every 10 years I snap, and you're like, I've never seen that side of you. I didn't know you were capable of that. And
I was bummed out, but go ahead.
that happened.
Yeah, because it means that the fucking Lisa got to her.
Yeah, I
like
feel
Lisa
that's
won
the same
that
thing.
part. There was a war on 6 fronts.
Yeah.
And on that front, she kind of won because she got Whitney to react, which is all this broad's trying to do, right? She's just trying to find and Whitney clearly has got issues and isn't resolved with what's going on with her company, right? And feels some kind of way about it still, and hasn't hashed it out. And she hit the nerve, and then she got up and reacted, and Lisa's just sitting there, and I know she's like, got her.
Oh, see, I
Got
took
her.
it as Whitney finally being like, and I'm going to tell you who, I'm going to tell you when, I'm going to tell you how, I'm going to tell you how much I fucking hate you. Like, I just thought it was her releasing and getting it all off of her chest.
Right, Bronberry is like, she tries to go at Bronberry about the same thing, but Bronberry just is so tight about it. Like,
I know. And
she's
that
so
pink,
great.
that pink little suit.
And you just watch
perfect
Lisa
hair.
like firing, and it's not working, and so then she's like, oh my God, I can't even ever, and like fucking dismissed.
Well,
and
no.
you see it there, it's gotta be real. And then she's like, that's not working, so I'll go over to this redhead. And she starts fucking.
But hold on, aren't there times in your life where someone has just been cumulatively such a fucking asshole, and you've kind of kept it together and, whatever, and then all of a sudden something just hits in this one spot and you're like, I'm fucking done. And this is exactly how I feel about you. And this is exactly what I've wanted to be saying to you every other time I've been trying to keep the lid on it. That's how I took Whitney's thing. You guys are taking it that she made her sad.
I took
Or
it that
upset her?
she got to her,
Yeah.
and that there are things that I'm waiting for Whitney to say that she's not saying, and one of them being, you perpetuated the Alibaba story. You brought it to camera. You brought it on several different episodes.
Yeah.
It became a half season. My family, we put everything into this business. You've got, according to you, Lisa, you've got 57,000 way successful, cool, upper level the businesses
Steve
that
Carell.
Doing big things.
Yeah, all these big things. I had this one thing. I had a beauty company, and my husband wanted to do something with me, so we merged it with something to make our own thing, and we put all of our money into it. No, nobody gave me $10,000 buy-ins. bitch, that's all my money.
Yeah.
Like, people are suing you for their money to get back. I can't sue myself. I've shit the bed. Like she really and you perpetuated that, and you are probably a huge part of the reason as to why I'm in this. Granted, if she did what Lisa said she did, fine. But I don't think any of these bitches are practicing fucking above the line business at all times. I just don't think they are. And I want her to say, like, you took my life and my savings and what my husband and I have built over all these years and everything we've been through, and you just took a shit on it, and you didn't fucking care, because you're not human. You don't have human to human.
No, she doesn't.
Like, we're talking, like, I don't even know who you are. Are you fucking an AI robot? Like, that's who. Lisa has no human connection with anyone.
Yeah, no, there's zero empathy.
Yeah.
She's not.
Less than zero.
Yeah.
It's because it's all about her. Everything is about how the thing can be serving me. She's
She might be a narcissist. And I don't like to
she's
diagnose people with that, but
she 1,000% is. And all I wanted from that scene was, because Whitney had a very real, those two things when she was, need to learn her about nobody's ever bought into your company. No, bitch, they haven't. And you perpetuated a TikTok fucking rumor thing that may or may not have happened, but that is why, I know that's why she doesn't have a fucking jewelry business anymore, because there's a billion of them, so you're already picking and choosing what you're going to buy because there's a jillion of them, and then all you got to hear is, this shit's from China, from a fucking company. They're just marking it up, which everybody fucking does. This is not news,
Right.
but the second you as a consumer hears that, you are just going to go to the 8700th jewelry company instead of the 80s,
That you're not
the
sure.
17,799th one that you were just on. So I wish that she would have exposed Lisa to be, do you have 1% of emotional human feeling in you? Clearly you don't.
She doesn't. She's not empathetic.
That would have been like a whoa moment,
Totally.
to take her down, to strip her down to her robot self.
I get so irritated with anyone that has this quality, but Lisa has it, unfortunately, in spades, where she just talks over you and gets louder and louder. So even when you're trying to say your piece, which is why Bronwyn is ninja level good at keeping her composure to when she's in an argument with her, it's just, it's that old, everybody knows it. It's that old saying, like, just because you're louder doesn't mean you're right.
It's screaming fake news over every single thing.
And it's so obnoxious. It is so utterly disgusting, that behavior.
It would be really great if one of them poured gasoline over her and the other one just fucking flicked a match, right? And she just burst into flames in the middle of the dinner. And she was running around and her fucking skin was singeing and you could hear it bubbling.
No, like on Death Becomes Her, when they fall down the stairs and like Meryl Streep's head, exactly, and then they're like have to like that.
Oops.
That's what I'm waiting for, because
Guys,
she really is not a human being. Like, her narcissism is to a level where like she does not even recognize that like we are the same. She
evokes a real emotion out of me, which
Yeah.
is why she's on this show.
yeah.
The only upside to her, how I always say, like, I will oftentimes eventually get to, I'll cross the Rubicon and be like, okay, and I'll embrace like the really like bad behavior fucking reality stars, because they're so entertaining. But like, while you're hating them, you don't want to fucking watch it. Like, you fucking hate them so much that you're hate watching them, and it sucks. So I am still not here with Lisa. You're still a piece of shit. I fucking hate you. But I did get to a little Appreciation Nation, maybe that pulled off on the exit over here for a minute, because what I loved about this scene is that, like, it was funny because she was thinking that she went in there thinking, I'm going to be funny with these things, and I'm going to be fucking whip smart and fucking put them all in their place, and I'm going to leave here being witty and smart and on top of everyone. She has no idea that we are all laughing and enjoying this scene at her expense.
For sure.
And that's why I'm like, I'm cool with you for this one, because you just made a total ass out of yourself and you have no idea. It's like when Jax didn't know he was fired yet, and we were watching those episodes of him trying to fucking rail on everyone.
Say, it's my show.
Yeah, but the article had already come out because, we're watching 3, 4, 5 months in the past.
She's talking to me and trying to connect with me, and I have no fucking clue what she's talking about.
Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules, like the
I
fucking
don't.
He does
big,
not.
big
do
Jax.
not.
Oh, you've never seen that
I've
show?
never seen
Oh
the
wow,
Vanderpumps.
okay. Or
This
the
is the
Valley.
first first time he's ever watched anything on Bravo,
No,
with
that-
the exception of when you watched Orange County for a minute, right?
For one day, I watched 12 episodes,
Yeah.
and it was great.
Oh, you watched Top Chef?
No, I watched Top Chef. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a fucking
I live for Top Chef.
I live for Top
Yeah.
Chef.
So good.
But there's a winner and there's some talent involved. I mean, those are the super chefs.
I'm gonna brag for Shane. He was just on stage with Kristen Kish and got her to say, "Please pack your spoon and
Friends
go."
of mine. I don't know what
Who's
you're talking
Kristen
about.
Kish?
The host of Top Chef.
Oh, okay. I actually have never seen Top Chef.
She's great.
She was amazing, or she seemed amazing. I love her.
She's amazing.
Oh my God, she's
Yeah.
a stellar host.
But just imagine if you're watching Lisa, just to tell you who Jax is, how good that fucking moment was, because it's worth relaying to you. If you're watching Lisa in this episode and she's telling you, "I'm taking all you bitches out. None of you are anything. My business is at the top. You guys are all pissed off."
Dismissed.
And then, but before we watched this episode, we got a little deadline alert that says Lisa Barlow
Indicted.
bankruptcy,
Right.
indicted, fired from the show.
yeah.
That's how good that day was, watching that piece of shit say.
Got it.
Ding
And Jax
dong,
and Lisa
Jax
are
was
both
gone.
Was
the
Jax-
narcissists of all. Jax is exactly like Lisa. They are the narcissists of
He
all
might be
narcissists.
worse, quite frankly.
Yeah, well, because he's
was Jax
stupid
fucking
too. That's a
someone, and was it
bummer.
on TMZ a lot? Was there some
Yes.
huge
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
I know the name Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he'll love that. He won't listen to anything we've just said except for what you just said, and that'll be enough for him.
Yeah.
Right. Well, here's the problem with Lisa. The thing because when I'm sitting there and I'm watching her and I'm thinking about all of the inventive ways I could painfully kill her, which I'm not allowed to do, but I do. I'll think of like really.
Treat others as you want to be treated.
Hey, listen, if I acted like that, I would want someone to kill me. Right. But the thing that would get her is to just not watch her. Is to not have an opinion about her.
Yeah.
Right. Is to not care. Is to just be like, you're average, you're mediocre, whatever you're saying isn't interesting, and I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to turn, because I don't want to watch you, because it's not worth it, my time. We can't do that because we are talking about her on a show.
I know. No, it's very counterproductive. But you know what?
It's
I'm just
not
realizing in this
it's
moment.
not helpful to my solution with Lisa, which is to just not give her oxygen. But the problem is that I got to show up here every week and fucking talk about this awful, fucking wretched.
But hold on, if you didn't watch the show, you would have never met Louis. And Louis is a big win.
Who's Louis?
Oh my God, it's Angie's dad from Greece.
Louis great.
Yeah, and Louis outshine the light of Louis and his roses and his meticulous
No, I'm
house
enjoying the show. I
outshines
just
Lisa.
feel like, is there any way we could get away with me just not having any kind of an opinion about Lisa for the next 15 weeks?
No.
Right. So for the next 15 weeks, I have to give Lisa what she wants,
I know.
which is fucked up. And I know that this is what she wants.
But just know
And
that.
I just because it's either negative attention or good attention, just as long as there's attention.
Yeah.
Because I'm broken.
No press is bad press for Lisa Barlow.
It's just, and I have to sit here and fucking have an opinion about her, which is a drag.
It's a total drag.
I'm out. It's 1:50. You got me 30 more minutes than usual,
wait,
for Christ's
hold
sake.
On,
That's the end of the episode. It's time to
but
get into
wait,
comments.
Okay, hold on.
I know. I just realized that maybe like this is why Bronwyn deals with her so well, because I think that Bronwyn was probably raised by a couple of and married to possibly someone with narcissistic tendencies. Her mom is probably
They
has a lot
started
of
a
that.
church. You got to be kind of narcissistic, I would
Wait.
imagine, to start a sect. of
Bronwyn?
religion. No, didn't Mary's grandma start a church?
Yeah, but I was talking about Bronwyn.
Oh, I thought you said also in Mary.
Oh no! I said who she's married to is probably
married.
kind of.
Sorry, I thought
and
you
so
said and married.
So I think that I think that she's equipped to deal with it with people that aren't in her family. Bronwyn's Achilles heel is clearly her family, her immediates, like parents, husband, children. But she's gotten all that practice with those narcissists, and she's taking what she should be putting into her, telling her fucking mother. She's fucking bringing it to Lisa, and so it's not for nothing.
Ronberry will get to that. She will.
Yeah, no,
She'll
it's
get to telling
great.
her mom, "Hey, fucking get to skipping."
Yeah.
Or treat me a certain way, or I'm not going to have you in my life anymore. That's just how this is going down. Because I don't, we teach people how to treat us.
It's also funny that Bronwyn, the first thing when they're looking at the photos that Lisa put a photo of her on a yacht, which is probably from like 20, 30 years ago, but it's like from far away, so you don't really know like
And
when
it's a
from.
fake yacht. It's not like a real yacht. It's like some
and
garbage
she's like,
yacht.
it might have been a
knows?
catamaran. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's some fucking garbage yacht. The whole thing is so silly and it's so embarrassing.
And more.
I hate that I'm even having a conversation.
No, I know. But listen, do you love that Braun when she's like, "Oh, this is me and John at the
Floor seats at the jazz
scene," and
not
Braun
floor
goes,
seats.
"Those aren't floor seats." And also, who fucking cares if they're not Laker floor seats? Who gives a shit? You blew a guy for box tickets to the Utah Jazz? Like,
Yes, she did.
aim higher, man. Like,
By the
this
way,
is
not
what
even
a
floor.
waste.
The blow was like off floor.
Yeah.
And she's probably given an off floor suck because if she gave a floor suck, she'd be on the floor. That's how that works.
Oh, that's true.
That's
math,
fucking
maths.
A plus B equals C. That's an off floor fucking blowjob she's giving out.
Yeah, and
It
she,
is.
she looks like olive oil.
Very olive oil.
And she's really, and I don't want to talk about, like, if I liked you, I wouldn't fucking speak on your weird ass face. But if there's this rumor about you getting a facelift, I hope you didn't, because you get your money back, because it is like literally about to hit the fucking Utah Jazz floor. Like, that's what the floor is.
Off floor suck.
Yeah.
That's what she's throwing out.
Yeah.
That's better than gout dick suck.
yeah.
This was great, man.
It was great.
We're humming right along.
We are.
14 episodes
You got
left.
bit by a little bit of the bug. You're here. You're here, and you're queer for it.
Oh my God, I actually hit all my points without even having to look.
Yay!
Yeah.
Now, what happens?
Now we do the commies.
You guys go over the comments.
Yeah, but we talk
Fascinating.
about we do stuff. Watch the show.
I do watch the show. I watch moments of the show. I like
You
the
know,
show.
a lot of people did
You
comment.
guys are doing great.
We like our 3-hour show. Get off my lawn.
And what do? I'm fucking walking off
No,
the
I
lawn.
know. I'm just letting you know. That
I think
What
it's,
do I do? I fucking walk off the lawn.
I'm fucking walking off my lawn right now. I think it's great that we have different, like, there you get me for a minute and then you get the two of you for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I like the
Yeah.
whole fucking format.
us too.
Where's my Jolene?
Oh yeah, where's
This
our?
thing's not going to fill itself.
Jolene,
You could pack that whole thing with Jolene's and I won't touch
you got
them.
that fucking black rifle.
I was trying to have something for you here, and that there's also another coffee in there, but Mike fucking drank it. Mike eats her gluten-free stuff and the coffee stuff that I got for you.
Love you.
Love you. Ciao, ciao.
Laura Caver said, I really respect that whether positive or constructive, you guys address and share the comments. Makes the community feel seen. Getting takes from the dudes is fully relatable. Reminds me of the times I forced someone to watch this, quote, amazing show, and they couldn't have been more disgusted. As much as we love these shows, getting a non-fan perspective helps us to appreciate the utter absurdity of these people and the hilarity of the tragic comedy of their storylines. And I just want to say thank you for the top part. That really means a lot to us. And also, I like it too. I like getting all different stuff up in the mix.
Yeah, even when it's annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes boys are annoying. Just kidding. Okay, Morticia777 said, I finally finished this episode. It was great. I am enjoying Shane. It would be fun to have Shane and Mike on an episode. As usual, great job. Thank you so much. And I also think it would be so fun just for one time. It's like, you know, like in Full House, there was like an episode every once in a while where like both Michelles were on.
Yeah.
I just feel like it would be like, let's get both Michelles on.
Yeah. If we get one to come to work and one to stay at work, a banger. Be
If
a
only
real
they
banger.
could both be women, because
Yeah.
we both come to work and stay at work.
Yeah.
Okay. Shannon Fall had so many good ones.
I know.
So I don't know how many I pulled, but this one I love. Loved Bronwyn's honesty about keeping Gwen around for selfish reasons because she doesn't know who she is without her. I didn't take it as a dig towards Heather whatsoever. Heather was triggered by her own insecurities and feelings of guilt, and I completely agreed, and I loved that. Bronwyn was doing it to relate.
Yeah. I also kind of think that Heather might be trying to do something that's not really going to play well. I don't know how well Heather thought through this whole I want to be free for my kids thing when it seems like everyone else is kind of trying to hold on to their kids. I will put it back again to like when my mom got her real estate license in 2008. Like it's just like a little really bad timing.
Yeah.
I think that she has got bad instincts and is not didn't pick the right
Horse.
shit to do on any fronts. Her story and her horse that she's saddled up to. Yeah.
Evie Dillard wrote, I've worked for 14 treatment facilities and have been in this business for 20 years and clean from opiates for 18 years. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is incredible. This gentleman, Shane, is absolutely right, even on Dr. Drew. And I thought it was really great to hear someone who is, you know, in the community of sobriety and has worked his way through addiction to sobriety, to hear him talk about all of that. And yeah, I loved.
I think that it's going to take a minute for people to really understand what Shane has to offer. And probably, if I had to guess, the day that you do, it'll be reunion part 3 of Salt Lake, and then you'll never see him again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wish that people would be a little bit more open to just waving through the gruffness,
Totally.
because there's just so much fucking knowledge and experience, and the work that he has done with the sober community for every kind of person from the fucking, you can't even tell who it is because it's anonymous. I guess they all get to be anonymous, though, right? Yeah. But like from all walks of life, I think he's helps. He helped me with my family. Like that was the first conversation I ever had with him when I met him. Was him going, I heard that. No, it's anonymous, so I can't tell you who. But
you're right.
Yeah, he's
It's
very.
like, did you ever have one of those shows that was like a sleeper hit, but you were in on it while it was happening?
Yeah.
And you're like, this is the greatest show I've
Yeah.
ever seen. It speaks to my soul, and it gets shit canned after one season.
Yeah.
Shane's going to shit can himself after one season.
Yeah.
So everyone just better be here for the ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Laura Laney said, remember Heather back Jen Shah? She has a pattern of chasing after friendships with people who don't clearly like her. And she does, which again, I think we've touched on that a bunch of times where it's like, you're enough, Heather.
Yeah.
Like the people who like you because you're deserving of that. Beth Taylor wrote, best episode ever. Bronwyn mentioned last season she couldn't believe she was sleeping with a guy old enough to have gout. And that's why Lisa said it. I thought, like, I didn't remember she had said it last season. I was like, it was probably just like in one of their conversations because they were trying to become friends.
I feel like she said it, like really late in the last season about having it. But did you know that it's real? Gout dick is real. You can have gout dick. What? Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
it's in
Shane
a comment. It's in Truth's comment. She looked it up. Yeah.
'Cause Shane and I both looked it up, and it. Okay.
Well, it's Truth's comment.
Then it has to be true.
Yeah.
Then it must be true. Okay. Callie
Callista Charmaine.
In all seriousness, guys, I am dyslexic. Like you can tell. Okay, I have very hard times with. It's actually why I have such a good memory, because when I was a little kid and you would have to read, like, you're reading this chapter and you're reading that chapter, and the teachers got hip to the fact that the kids would know which like paragraph or whatever it was. And I just thought to myself, shit, I guess I just have to memorize the entire thing.
No, I know that you do that. Yeah, you just memorize stuff. And I'm like, wow, she's so great. And you're like, I didn't read that. I just knew it.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Because I had to, and you got the dyslexia. So what Nat said this name is, guys, sorry to be a buzzkill, but Lisa was the person that started the show, and she has been on Shahs of Sunset, which tracks so hard, and kept in touch with the network. She recommended Meredith and Heather, who recommended Jen, and Whitney, who recommended Mary. Thank you very much for all of that. And that really does make sense that it was her, and she was probably gunning the whole time. I kept in touch with one person at Bravo.
I saw that comment and I went back to see, like, why did I think? And it's because I saw Andy ask 2 people, who brought you here? Who brought you here? And like, they were both like, Heather. Like, and so and it just happened to be the 2 people that Heather brought. And so I was like, oh, Heather clearly started this show because everyone's answering Heather. Clearly the 2 people were, Heather was brought by Lisa. So,
and this is why I say, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
Like you had a shot.
Yeah.
Not that you're a broken clock. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Mary Aika Kent wrote, also, y'all know I love Mike, but as Courtney says, 2 things can be true. I love Mike, but I'm really liking Shane. I loved his take on Bronwyn. I really liked her last year and thought she got a bad rap. I agree. She had lied about the necklace. She owned it and said, I wanted to look cool, which is so authentic. I think last year she came in wanting to be genuine and thought Lisa really was her friend, and she learned quickly that Lisa's only friend is Lisa. Great point, Mary. I'm here for her taking on Lisa. She needs to come down a peg or 2, and I respect her for being able to calmly refute and come back at her. That's a trait I wish I could have. I tend to come in like a tornado. Great recap. You guys are doing great. Thank you so much. And I agree with everything you said. Every comma, period, all of it. Okay. Tiny Panther wrote, "Darling Natalie, you're a gorgeous fairy, and if someone unsubscribes, they're missing out on all the fun of this podcast. Also, a party of Braunberry, and you are a darling, gorgeous fairy."
Okay.
So you just say thank you. Okay. Vicky Lynn said, "I love it. Funny, fresh, entertaining. As for Mary, I hope she gets guidance with Al-Anon." And I'm reading that because a lot of people brought up the Al-Anon thing. So Mary, if you're watching this, could be really helpful. I do know a few people who are in Al-Anon, and they all say it has helped them tremendously.
My mom's in it. She swears by it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's so much also about codependency too. Like it's not just like, but like when you have addiction in your family, you there's so much codependency in that, and I think she already had traits of that from probably other family members. She didn't even realize it.
Yeah. You don't even have to imagine. You got to know that like that is the hardest thing to go through with. It doesn't matter if it's your child, your significant other, just anyone that you love that's addicted to something, right? Mm-hmm. To be in a room with other people that can all understand that. It reminds me, and we were talking about Alzheimer's tonight on the show, obviously. I was doing my Reiki training, and I was doing it with a woman whose husband had Alzheimer's, and she had to leave early because the caretaker had to go. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not because the caretaker had to go, because she met with a group of people who all had, I think, significant others that had Alzheimer's, and they met once a month, and she said, it has saved my life.
Yeah.
So anytime you can find, that's why community is so important, man. Yeah. That's why reading the comments is so important, you know? Okay. A Fave said, "I have so much respect for the Little House Nelly comparison, but at the same time, I am shocked that Court knows nothing of this classic." What? And I just want to say that I think it's because my mom watched it when I was a little kid. And when you're a little kid, you can't appreciate that show, I would imagine. Yeah. It was probably too much.
No, you're just like, when can we change the one television that's in the house? Because that's like when you're that little, like you've got the living room TV, and it's like if someone's watching fucking football, my life is over. That's right. Yeah.
And I think I just got a bad taste in my mouth, and I should go back and watch it. And I'm going to try it out. I spent a lot of hours in front of an engraving machine, so that could help me. Carrie Peacock said, "I'm with you, Courtney, that Braunberry, loved the nickname Shane, that Shane gave her, made Salt Lake better, and I like her. Enjoyed Shane much more this episode. He gets bonus points for his random Little House on the Prairie reference." Really scoring points with that. He's right about Nellie. She was the worst, which reminds me of Natalie saying, "You're not blunt, you're a cunt" on a previous episode. I died. That was honestly one of the funniest things you've ever said. I love a good use of that word, as do I, Nat. I do miss Mike. He'll always be the number one guy, but Shane has grown on me. And yet again, what makes this show so great, aside from you guys, of course, is the variety of different opinions and the ability to agree or disagree with different perspectives. I also like it because clearly I just thought that Braunberry had a soda addiction that was a holdover from Mormonism. I really thought I cracked that code.
Yeah, no, I know. Let me inject one comment here just because it's one sentence. And I think it was Nishless Boomer, and she said, "I don't appreciate Shane saying cunt before and right after speaking about a 9-year-old girl." Totally valid. And here I just have this one quick story of why it's changed forever for me. On a show that I worked on in the writer's room, one of the writers had just had a baby. And everyone, of course, is like, they're sharing the photo, and everyone around is looking at it and going, "Oh my God, I can't believe," just like every fucking normal thing you would say, like, "Oh, she looks so sweet. Oh my God, she's so great. Oh my God, look at those eyes. Oh my God." And then one of the funniest writers in there that to this day, I follow him on Instagram, still the fucking best, goes, "She looks kind of cunty, no?" This is an toddler, brand new, and the fucking and I wasn't in the room for this. My boss was in the room for this. And when he told me the story, I still pissed myself thinking about that moment.
Did everyone laugh?
Yes, but everyone also, it was still like, I feel like the word was a little bit, I don't know when cunt came around, but like it was probably much newer than it is now. I'm sure half the room immediately laughed. It probably took the other room half to see the other half laugh before they knew that they could. So
I think the reason I don't respond to it as sensitively as others do, and fair, you can of course feel any way you want, is because I lived in London for a minute. And in the UK, there's just like different, like a fag's a cigarette.
Yeah.
And not so here.
Yeah.
And so they use that word with much more freedom, how we're kind of coming along to it now. And I just was like, this is great, freeing, it's funny.
No, I think, I totally think that now too. But I remember at the time that word just being like
I didn't come from that place. Before I lived there, I was like, that is the worst thing anyone could ever say. Like, but I think just living there had changed my opinion on it. Nettie wrote, Court, I like your psychological breakdown about the discouragement of a female entrepreneur losing her steam and gaining doubt and discouragement. Takes a lot of guts to even go there versus just work for someone else for pittance. But money moves with families should be calculated. I could never, not brave enough. And I agree with you on all of that. And also thanks for the props of recognizing that it really does take some chutzpah to start your own business. Callista Charmaine also said, Shane, yes, this would have worked without you, but I like a different opinion in case the girls only agree with each other and respect and accept the time. Longer is better. Nat and Court to come back to your comment. I still love you because I started listening when my job was ending and moving their office alone. Now I've moved, waiting for my new job to start and passing time with your deep dives. And I just wanted to say, I hope you get the best job. And I think that is just so sweet. And I've talked about this before. I just love that we can give people like a home to hunker down. And it's like, I have to clean out my entire kitchen. I'm doing, whatever it is. All the
that's
things.
how I had
laundry.
I don't know if it stayed in the episode because I feel like we went off on a long tangent that I just cut the whole thing out. But that's what I had to explain to Shane when he was complaining about, like, he's like, that's too long. A 90-minute episode is so much better than a 3-hour episode. And I go, let me explain to you the life of women. We have a different lifestyle than you, Shane Powers. We have to do the dishes, fold the laundry, run the fucking vacuum, like clean out the cat box by ourselves much of the time. And if I didn't have my friend speaking to me in my ear, or if I got my fucking rubber gloves on from doing the scrubbing the shower or whatever, and if it gets to that minute where I gotta find a new show now, I'd rather just have the longer form content that's just gonna keep going and make everything seamless and easy. And like, that is why he does not understand what the 3-hour show is. Because he just doesn't.
Shane's not doing laundry or scrubbing toilets.
No.
There are people that have podcasts that I like that sometimes they'll do like a 20 or 30-minute episode, but I know I have a long drive ahead or like my house chores are going to be really long that day. And I won't even listen to the episode because I know like I'm just going to be so frustrated. And then all of a sudden I have to change vibe midstream of doing something. Yeah, you get it.
No, and that's why ads suck so much too. They can really bring you out of it. And right now, all you have to have is YouTube Premium to not have ads.
Yeah, which is a real game changer.
Yeah, because we don't have ads yet, but fucking hopefully one day we will. And I'll apologize in advance, but also I won't because I'll be so
I will not
thrilled to have anybody want to give us 5 pennies.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, Jen O'Toole wrote, haven't finished watching yet, but I had to point out that I noticed that all of the Meteor wine bottles have been removed from the area near Shane. Probably a good plan given his proclivity for wild gesticulations. I was worried Mark/Mike's well-being. I was worried for Mark/Mike's well-being if something explodes on set and he's not even present.
Yeah, he would have fallen apart had he come back and that was just gone.
I thought that was pretty adorbs.
Yeah.
I also thought this was great. Mandab wrote, all right, I'm in. I just gotta wear the people down.
That's what I'm saying. Shane will wear you down.
Colette McCabe wrote, Braunberry merch, you guys will make a fortune. And I just thought that was so cute and funny. Nishla Spoomer, I do share Shane's opinion on Mary's son's scene. I'm tired of hearing how wonderful that scene was. From whom it felt exploitative, and it was. Patrick Bourne wrote, subscriber counts have an ebb and flow. Best to focus on the content and having fun. The rest will work itself out. Might I suggest a marketing contest? Whoever brings in the most new subscribers wins free virtual trumpet lessons from Sandoval or wins a free swim lesson from Mike. And listen, I wish I could say I didn't care about subscriber counts. I do. And I do and I don't. Like, of course, because we do, trust me, we are coming here to have fun because it's too much work to not be.
Yeah.
But I also like the subscribers and I also like the idea of a contest and Mike teaching someone how to swim.
I do too. I like the reason that I care so much about subscriber count is because we have never paid a penny for any advertising or any of like the Google marketing or whatever. And so every single person that we have is just literally from the fucking sweat that we organic. It's not sweat. I don't even mean because this is fucking TV. It's not But you know,
It's
it
a
is
lot of work.
No, I mean it is a lot of work. I just also am so grateful that this is the work that like
Right.
I have a hard time like knowing what to call it, you know?
Yeah.
But like it's grueling because it's you don't see there's like 90 lights hanging above us and I'm sweating and I get migraine, so I'm already just like kind of fucking sitting here like twitching. It's just all the stuff. It's a lot. She lives in the canyon. She got to drive down here every fucking time.
True story.
Yeah.
Okay. Tiny Panther said something that I thought was great just because it really clarifies the history of Heather's divorce. She said, I read Heather's book and her marriage was almost an arranged marriage in the sense that Mormon girls go to college to find husbands. They were incompatible, and after 11 years, he left her. She was the primary caregiver while he had the role as provider. I don't think anything bad happened. I think he was just sort of disconnected from all of them. I don't think he's ever remarried. I think he was weird from the beginning. In her book, she talks about their honeymoon, and he didn't want anything to do with her on the trip. She basically spent the whole trip on her own, which sounds so sad and depressing. She describes it as they just got married because in the Mormon culture, that's what you're supposed to do. I think she is going to be unpacking her religion and the path as she was expected to take for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And I just think I don't know any other way to put this, but like overly religious cultures, oppressively religious cultures, you get a lot of repressed sexual things going on. So for all, and I don't know this man, I'm just saying, like, I'm just painting this with a general brush. Like, there could be a lot of gay people that are forced to or feel forced to get married.
Oh my God,
to
I
someone
got to send you something, a juicy scoop where she has someone on, maybe it was from the Mormon Wives, I don't know, but I the whole time I was thinking, I'm like, you would love this fucking story.
Oh yeah, send it to me.
Everything that she says is like, Heather's asking her, so he was gay, but did you guys talk about it? No, I knew, but they stayed together and like, I think split for a while and then actually tried to get back together. Like, because this is just, they're both in this thing and they didn't want to let that go. And it just was an important thing to them. And it's just.
And by the way,
you're fully married to a gay guy. And just
like, doesn't he have boyfriends? Like, does he
like
date?
it didn't for a very long time. And like,
and now he does?
Like for a very long time, like didn't. And then did. And then, but then they tried to get back together afterwards. Like I'll send it. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Heather was sitting here like.
That's how I would be. I would tell me everything, spare no detail, go over them twice.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it almost sounds the way this relationship was. It sounds like he was gay, but he knew he had to get married.
Something.
And that's just I just think anytime someone doesn't feel free to be themselves, my heart really breaks for them.
Yeah. And he sounds torturous too. I don't know if anybody watched that HBO, I think it was on HBO or Showtime, Big Love, about the polygamists.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. It's such a good series.
I heard it was excellent.
Yeah. But the main character's brother is just a fucking nightmare because he does have these repressed things that he would like to partake in, and I feel like he takes it out on everyone and is so much worse to the women, and like it's just the whole thing, it just doesn't make any sense. Like they reform or go away. Like come on, man.
Correct. Nettie wrote, I just feel there's an element of exploitation to allow someone high to be on the show with a national platform. Is that where Bravo is going? If I was that guy's mom, the minute he said he was high, I would have turned around and said, okay, we're not doing this. Cameras down. Does she not realize that scenes like this will follow him through his whole life? People may mock him. His sobriety is already gone. He's losing the fight. Is he on salary? Is he expecting a Bravo check to buy him more drugs? It's hella wrong no matter how you look at it. Bravo is not helping Mary's son. They're hurting. The journey is hard enough without making him a spectacle. And I think that kids, for the most part, for everything I know, they don't get paid to be on the show. Just to touch on that one thing. And it just points to, Nettie had another comment where she was just like, hey, Court, I don't think anyone, specifically a parent, like has a playbook for any of this. And I had responded to her just saying what I meant by just saying, like, I don't think she has the tools to do this is because of her own trauma, not meaning that like there is someone that's just magically born that's like, I know exactly how to handle my child who's an addict. And I think that this scene Nettie is like like everything you're saying. Yes, it's an exact example as to like the fact that she really is lost and doesn't know how to do this, and probably is frozen with fear because she probably just thinks, oh, if he's in my house, then he's safer and it's only weed and people are California sober. Like I could only imagine all of the scenarios that she's running through her head, which is why I do think at the end of the day, what Shane said last episode, where it's like, you just have to say, if you're going to be high, you can't be here. And it has to be a no drug policy, period.
I totally agree with that. And then I think yes, period, end of story. That's it. Because like, if you've had any part of it, if anyone in your family's been this way, like you will get to that point where like, that is the only answer. But then there is someone else in our comments that I think she's new and basically did. And it was after waffling, and which everybody will. That's, of course you're going to, because you think like, oh no, we're just going through it. And then when you do finally put your foot down, and then he was gone like 5 days later. And like, so I don't even know what to tell people to do, because I'm sure that some people would go, I wish I would have just stuck it out with him and just if it's that, or he's not on this earth anymore, but also could be inevitable that he's not going to be on this earth. You can't watch him 24 hours a day and make sure that they're in a fucking
bubble.
Yeah. And so
I feel like what I've understood from Shane throughout the years, like what he has said is it's not like there's this one formula or key, right? Yeah. What I guess people have found throughout the years is if there's a lot of times you have I don't even want to say a better shot, because that's not even the right way of putting it, but like
a rock bottom moment is the best way.
Correct.
Just hope that the rock bottom isn't the bottom of a grave.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like Shane always says, you just have to get so uncomfortable that it's not worth this lifestyle anymore. And I think that there really is something to that. And then also at the end of the day, it's like, you can't control it. And you do like when I read that comment, my heart just broke, because you could just feel that this mom did their absolute best. Like so many parents that have lost their kids to addiction. And it's just so out of your, unfortunately, your control.
Yeah.
Ash HD wrote, haven't been here in a while. This guy looks different. And because I take everything literally, I wrote, oh, it is a different guy. Mike is still here. He's covering many shows. We're just blah, 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 blah. I go on. And then they go, no, of course it was a joke.
Yeah. When I opened that, when I saw that there was a reply on it, I'm like, is Courtney going, oh, it is actually. and I was like, motherfucking.
I need people to know I'm not stupid. I promise you. I just am a literal person. When someone says like, oh, he looks different, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like there's hats. Dudes kind of look the same.
Shane, Mike.
Put the hat on if you're only listening.
And the way they talk, you've got like the super like quiet, subdued guy. And then you got the guy that's like on the edge of his seat, that when I look at him in the wide shot, sometimes I'm like, let's not use the wide, because he looks like he's about to come into the camera and like fucking strangle you.
Godzilla style.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Christmas Jones wrote, excuse me, is this man an addict? I am too. It's nice to hear someone who actually has the perspective of the program, because people applaud Mary, but she needs Al-Anon. Again, another person just recommending that, which I think is a great one.
Yeah.
Ms. D. Mandeville wrote, Lisa is dim and her insults are like Monica's were. Something you'd use in high school. Bronwyn may not have gone to uni, but she's smarter than Lisa, and I completely agree.
Wait, Monica, my favorite?
Yeah.
Monica
didn't have good, like, sick burn, bro.
I don't remember. I just remember liking her better than so many of those other twats.
I liked her and it didn't even have anything really to do with like the burn book, this shit she was putting on Instagram, even though I did think that was whack. She started showing like this petulant child behavior as a grown adult that was like turning me off a little bit.
None of those other ladies did that for you?
Bronwyn, no.
Was Bronwyn even around at that time?
Oh, no, because she was the season before Bronwyn. That's how we got Bronwyn.
Yeah. Oh, was it? That's the filler?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just, that was during their phase of like, all they were doing was arguing about, well, someone said this, I heard someone say this, and then the other one would make them we have to bring it to them. Oh, she said it and she didn't tell you. No, I didn't say it. Some lady told me. And it became this weird, like, where it was like shining a light on how little these women had going on, that they were constantly grabbing from conversations of people not on the show. It went on for like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's why when Monica got there, it was just sort of like a breath of fresh air,
Totally.
kind of like it was just a different character than watching women, which was making it feel like this is a city that nothing happens in and they are reaching for story. And then she was just like something new and fresh, I guess.
I agree, because I felt that way also when she first started. I think it was something towards the end where like I don't know if it was like her mom got her car loan or her mom paid her car note, and she was mad that like sometimes her mom would take the car away, and she's like, I have kids, what are you doing? And I'm not saying that it's right that the mom did that. I just think it's like you can't, if someone is paying for something.
Is that what was happening though? Because I thought that she had more money than her mom.
No,
her mom was like kind of crazy.
Her mom was not well.
Yeah.
And knowing that, and then also relying on her for things financially just seemed, and listen, she's a single mom, has kids. I'm not trying to like come down on her. I'm just saying there are weird rules around money. And if someone is giving you money for something, it's like you have to abide, even if they're fucked up rules. It's like Bronwyn abides kind of by Todd's rules because he's the one who's footing the bill for everything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, I think I was just sitting there watching this being like, I get that your mom is doing a shitty thing, but you signed the deal with the devil knowing that this is who your mom is. And now you're kind of victimizing yourself about it and like having a scene in a restaurant where it's just like, no, you can like get her, don't take this, get her out of your life. I think I was just a little turned off by that behavior. Anyway.
Harris says, thank you, Bronwyn and Lisa Baby Gorgeous Barlow, for bringing awareness to the GDS community where we welcome all. A girl's got to eat, Lisa.
Took me a minute to get that.
He had something, and I'll probably read it again next time because I think it was from Orange County, but he said something like, are you trying to say, I don't even know what he was talking about at this moment, but he said, are you trying to say that Tom Sandoval should have told Ariana first before he gave Raquel his most extra or something like that? I don't know. I just thought it was like really good wordplay. I was really laughing by myself at my desktop computer. Lee Armstrong says, I don't even watch this show, but I just love y'all and wanted to hang out. Well, if it means anything, like I don't really watch this show and I just wanted to hang out. So here we all are hanging out. Woo!
I love when you make a loud noise. Minnie always goes,
I know, her ears like go flat down.
so cute.
Love the T24 says, I like Shane. He's a unique change of pace. We watch these shows all the time, so he has a fresh set of eyes and is catching everything. Like the people at the party. I think Lisa brought Bromberry, as Shane would say, on to take everyone else down, and now it's backfiring this year. Lisa should have been a little nicer to her last year. Minus her jewelry misstep, Bromberry was a great addition. Another thing that I thought was kind of telling about the Watch What Happens Live is how... So... You probably saw the photos before where half of her eye was like her glam person forgot to do the other side of her eye. Wild. And I swear to God, that's like for Lisa, like that's a fireable offense for someone like her. Like I could see her being like acting like it was the end of the world and like could take down her business because her appearance, like she was being so nicey, like almost like fucking sugary, syrupy nicey about it, that it makes me think that like she's really getting railed in the comments and seeing that people like can't like would love to take her down. And it reminded me of like, you know, that movie with Roseanne Barr and Ed Begley Jr. and Meryl Streep.
Never saw it.
There's no way.
I didn't even know
the devil, She-Devil. You never saw She-Devil. Oh my God. Okay. Well, Meryl Streep is this really hoity-toity writer, big fancy, and she moves in her mother, and the People magazine is there interviewing her, and her mother is like just being such a cunt to her because her mother is that way, but she's basically calling her daughter out on all her shit. She does, oh, what are you drinking over there? She never had that back in Minnesota or like whatever it was, like basically just exposing her, and she has to be so nice to her because like the media is here.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Lisa has this moment where she's like, I would never I love my glam team so much. First of all, was that half an eye because you only paid half the bill? Like, that's kind of what I'm wondering. But like, I've just never seen Lisa be so nice about something that I think she would normally lose her ever loving mind over.
Is the cover of that movie a red high heel and the heel is I've seen the cover, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you would love it. You got to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Ed Begley and it's Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
what do you want? And Roseanne Barr is hilarious in it.
Yeah. That's crazy that I literally, like, gun to my head, I'd be like, She Devil's not a movie, but I could see when you started describing it, I'm like, I've seen the cover. Yeah, marketing really works, man.
I was going to make Shane read this, and then I don't know why I thought I would ever be able to make Shane do anything, but McFix said such a great comment. It's a long one. Also, hey, Mike, you guys, Nellie Olson was the biggest bitch. She's equal to the girl from The Bad Seed. NLVC, I don't know what that means. NLCV.
Oh, it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
What is?
NLCV.
Oh my God. I'm just getting fucking terrorized with this. Like just
see,
smacked.
I'm not the only dummy in the room.
How did I that's? And I didn't even know Screaming Mimi's. And that's a movie I've seen probably more than any movie I've seen in my life besides like The Christmas Story or something. Cause it's just always fucking on. Okay. I lost everything.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't you. It's me. It's me fucking my phone going, oh, let me just scroll for you. Don't actually. Shane's onto something with these gay husbands, though. Seriously, I see it every day, and it's why their law-making gay buddies work so hard to pass anti-gay bills because they hate themselves and the wives they can't leave so much, and their faith doesn't allow them to live truly as they are. I said it. Let me add to that. Make it even worse. I think that the people that there's always stories about at the the conventions, Grindr crashes, that. I don't know what more you want. That's crazy. I think that people like that. I gotta reword that. I think that there are a certain group of people who like that things are not allowed, who were raised to be like, don't watch that, turn your head, don't say that, soap in your mouth, close your eyes, that's dirty, that's all, that makes them want to do it more. And I think that they bring that into their adult lives, where I think that it's hotter when it's not allowed. And so they like to keep everybody else in that. When some of us were just raised in a healthy setting and are just cool with our feelings and don't have any shame, the shame for them just means a harder boner because if it's wrong, it's hotter. And I think that they're putting that on everyone else who fucking didn't ask for it.
It's like that episode of Friends when Monica was cooking for the guy and he's like, wait, did you wash the lettuce? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh no, I like it dirty. Very, very dirty.
Yes, exactly. And now Heather has always been this person. She's so calculated and has had the same storyline every season. She somehow flies under the radar and is never taken to task. And I'm so glad folks are starting to see this. I in retrospect now I do see it, but when I was just watching these shows for fun and not to do any journalistic reporting on them, I was just watching them for that. But now doing this, I can look back and see that pattern so clearly when I just didn't care before. I don't think, or I didn't have a reason to dig. Taylor and Russell. When I hear those names, I immediately get chills. That season was as real as it gets. Mary and Robert Jr., my heart. Jesus, that's so hard to watch. And I don't think Mary thinks her showing this side on camera is fixing the problem. While I didn't grow up in a house of church leaders and whatever trauma she may have experienced that's clearly manifested into her adult behaviors that I feel are unresolved, I grew up in a culturally Black Christian and military family home, and we didn't question our parents, elders, grandparents. There's not a fuck off or no mentality. So I doubt Mary could say no if she wanted to. In relation to Shane's, I won't quote, but let's just say Robert's softness, lack of hardness or grit. I think that's why us evolved Gen X Xennial parents have worked so hard to not be so hard on our boys and girls. It's true. While making sure they have a voice and that they can show emotion. Then trying to make sure that parent-child relationship is so intact so the line of communication stays open so there's no fear in talking about or hiding from the things that when we were their age, we just had to swallow. My thought is Mary 100% knows the future is jail, institution, or death for her son, as Shane mentioned, 2 of which now he's already experienced. But also add being a young black man in a predominantly white conservative Mormon city state. What does the support groups, recovery community look like for people that look like him? Although I can't speak to being a mother to a child that has an addiction, I am a mother to an adult black gay young man also living in a predominantly white conservative and Mormon city state. I can relate to Mary in that aspect wholeheartedly. The fear of putting them on their own to toughen them up with the last resort tough love, it's an added different lived experience is all I can really say here. I understand what Shane is saying. It's just different. Side note, it's not lost on me that Mary has access to resources and wealth that many mothers of children struggling with addiction do not. And in all honesty, while I'm a believer and I have my own strong Christian faith, I also believe in science, therapy, and medicine. Mary's Christian faith, along with her pastoral ego, may have her relying almost solely on God's healing strength and praying over her son. She might be putting so much trust into praying the addiction away. She may not equally and actively be seeking more of the professional help her son may need. This is the most brilliant fucking take of this situation.
Yep.
It is so incredibly true and well-rounded and thoughtful to such a personal experience. And like, I'm obviously not black. I know it's a big shocker, but I am from a super, super churchy conservative family with like uncles who are pastors. My brother was a youth minister. My nephews have gone to hell and back with addiction, and my sister will speak in tongues over them. My sister is the greatest woman I've ever met on the fucking face of the earth. And she relies everything. She relies on God for everything, and she's not going to stop on what the most important thing is to her. And there is that thing where you just want to be like, but did you try this also? And I'm sure she did. I'm not even trying to say that she didn't, but like that comment just spoke so hardcore to me. That was like, just all of it. Even just like, where is this specific kid in this specific town going to find the specific support that he needs?
That speaks to him.
Exactly.
And the way that he's going to hear it that he needs.
Yeah.
It was
well fucking done.
brilliantly
Bravo.
put.
And this should be like an article in the Times. It's really good. So thank you so much for saying all of that. It's brilliant. Okay. We have so many good comments here. Like, I think that this might have literally been like, I'll always go through and be like, oh, I'll take this one, and just like get all the ones that are the most relevant and the funniest ones. I always am going to pick the funniest ones. So like, that's the thing. There's so many more fucking great comments in here. I think there's like another 45.
Yeah.
We would be here all night. So keep them coming. But just like, I've read all of them and they're brilliant. And we got to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on 3 hours and 9 minutes here.
Yeah. Okay. Closing it out with Truth for Peace for Freedom. Woo! Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that I just saw this because I would not want to. I haven't heard from Only Gets Better in so long. And so I'm going to do this one real quick, too, before I get to truth. They disrespected Lisa with that makeup. She pissed production off, hair and makeup, the camera crew, etc. She must have pissed them all off for no one to say anything to her. Someone should check on her because she had to watch that with us, didn't she? Did she see it early and sue Bravo yet? I'm mortified for her. And this is so true. And like I talked about it earlier that I think that like she probably only played half of her bill, so she only got half of her eye. Like we used to make a joke about a 2-for-1 eye LASIK eye surgery.
There's certain things I will never get discount, and it's like buy one eye, get the other eye free.
That's it,
Discount sushi. No, I'll take the fresh stuff.
Yeah. But it's if you want to believe that her glam team actually just made a mistake, fine. There's a lot of people at those shoots. Somebody saw that and eyelash coming off and no smoky on one side, and we're like,
if someone was so awful to work with and they came out to do their confessional with a big piece of spinach in their teeth, or if they were standing and their flies down,
yeah,
you've been terrible. Maybe we'll just let you.
Yeah.
I don't have to be your best friend letting you know you need a toothpick.
It's true. Okay. Truth for Peace says, why didn't they name this episode Law and Gout of Order? Missed opportunity. I don't have my title yet. Maybe we'll use it.
That is so good. That had me lolling.
I did a quick Google of gout dick, and it's actually a real thing. Gout crystals deposit in the penile tissue. The more you know. I love the attention to detail that this show gives. Courtney for remembering that Erica Jane said, when you marry for money, you pay for it for the rest of your life. Natalie with Angie K's hot dog lips, and Mike with the beautiful food shots at the restaurant in Temecula with the Orange County Housewives. I'm a detailed junkie. Now, if I was only able to see the big picture, then I would really be sailing. I'm pretty sure you've got it all covered here.
Same.
Yeah, you are a big picture person and a detail, so there's nothing missing here. This show was a hit piece on Lisa Barlow, which I am totally cool with. Shane's hatred for her is hilarious. If there are 100 different perspectives, I want to hear them all. Now, will John Barlow be cool with your show? He might ask Shane to step outside as he rolls up his sleeves and then runs for the hills. Just as Teresa Gaducci, as Mike would call her, is the face of New Jersey Housewives, Lisa is that for Salt Lake City Housewives. Alpha biatches. I have my ear to the streets, and Lisa is still a fan favorite. I agree, and also people are still looking at Bronwyn cross-eyed, and it's keeping me. Listen, you can't keep me from loving Bronwyn, but I am weary that I've missed something.
Have I gone all in on someone
Yeah.
where there's a big problem? How about this? She can't be worse than Lisa.
No,
So
totally.
if I'm looking at two people
Yeah.
that are equally as unlikable,
Yeah.
I'm going Bronwyn.
Yeah, totally. I agree. She's the queen bee, and people want to see her back with her crown on. Lisa lost the verbal altercation with Bronwyn, but there's still plenty of time left for future battles. I see Lisa as the head gorilla, but just as in the animal kingdom, you don't get to keep that status without being challenged. Bronwyn challenged her and then speared her, which won her the battle, but I'm doubtful that she'll win the war. But who knows? Regina George didn't win in the end. If it's true that Lisa is cheating on her husband, then this is going to be a nexus point in her life and on the show. The most impactful scene was with Mary Cosby and her son. He is only 22 years old, so he's in that gray area where he's a legal adult, but his brain isn't completely done developing yet. This was another good point too, which happens around 25. So I have less of a problem with him airing out his dirty laundry than I do with Emily Simpson showcasing her son's possible disorders. Anyway, most of us here probably aren't dealing with a drug addiction like Robert Jr., but we all have some issue that we're dealing with. We all have fears and struggles. Maybe that's why we're here, to embark on the journey of this great test. The goal is to transform into something greater and conquer fear. The pathway for metamorphosis will be different for each of us. Brittany is the oldest housewife on SLC that acts the most immature. Did you know that she's only a friend of the cast? I did, and we talk about it all the time. That like she will, you never need to pay her more. She will just show up.
She'll show up for free.
Yeah, so will probably Gretchen too.
Yeah, free 99.
Yeah.
Both those ladies are showing up for
Yeah.
nada.
Definitely. Heather sees herself as a B-list character in her own life. She's always looking for a way to barnacle onto the alpha dog. Perfectly said. How is it possible that the father of Heather Gay's 3 children has never had them stay the night? Even Jax Taylor had crew stay at his place 3 or 4 times. Very strange. I can see how Heather is burnt out, but at the same time, her words come out rough. Some truths are best left unsaid or said in private. By the way, did you know that Heather was born in Carmel by the Sea, California? I saw some pictures. It looks like a beautiful village. Yeah.
It's a dream.
Also, look how cute the shape of her original teeth were.
I love you. Truth, I slive for you.
We need to suspend professionals who administer fillers and do veneer work until we can figure this thing out.
Let's not to get too political, but let's take that to the hill. I would like that bill to become a law.
It's true. Will you guys be watching Special Forces World's Toughest Test Season 4? Teresa Giudice with her daughter Gia, Brittany Cartwright, and Cody Brown are part of the cast. Did you watch Season 2 with Tom Sandoval? I'm just starting it now. Tom Sandoval won a fist fight against Nick Viall. I didn't know that. Season 4 premiered on September 25th. Maybe we can throw some red meat at Mike and Shane and give them a little break from the Housewives. News update, Brittany is out. Also, will you be watching BravoCon? That will be on November 14th. Obviously, we're watching BravoCon. Yep. I don't know how to recap that. I'm sure like we could
probably just also weave into
all the stuff. Yeah, totally. And one thing I wanted to ask Shane and or Mike, pan to the fucking empty chair here, is that I heard that if you just show up, like that you can accept the offer to go on Special Forces or a Special Forces type show, and you get $25,000 to just show up. You can leave the next day. You stay there a day and leave, and you get to keep that money. And I was just wondering if like how many shows know that like, oh, she's only going to come for one day though and then leave, you know, but it's worth it to have a cast photo that's like, oh, we know Brittany. Oh, we know Tom Sandoval. Oh, we know, whoever.
It depends also, I think, how much you need the money.
Yeah.
Because obviously you get more money the more time you spend there.
Totally. But if Brittany's a person that's like, I've watched this show, it seems extremely hard.
Yeah.
Didn't Denise Richards like burst an implant jumping out of a chopper into the
I've
water?
never seen, she did, but I've never seen this show. Have you?
Very, very little of it because Mike tried to get me to watch it before I even knew like really what it was or that it was on Peacock. Like, I didn't even know what I was watching. If I knew it was on Peacock, I might have like stayed longer to be like, oh, well, they wouldn't give me complete garbage. Well, garbage, but the garbage I so choose to take. And so it was very short, but what I did see was like, this is no joke, fucking gnarly.
Oh, everyone who has done the show, I've heard, I've never seen the show, but I've heard all of them talk about it. And they're like, it is no joke. When Shane did Survivor, it's a very different show now, he said, because he has like, you know, when you're in these loops of the reality TV sphere, you come back for All Stars and the 25th reunion and all this shit. And one of his really good friends who he did it with is this woman, Suri. Suri's amazing. And she has done recent seasons. Oh, she was on Traitors, Suri.
Which one?
She was on the first season of Traitors, the USA Traitors.
I've only seen the one.
If you watch it, you'll see her. Anyway, point being is she's done multiple episodes of Survivor and she is like, it is not what it was. Like when they went, it was, no, we're not giving you water. We're not giving you food. We're not giving you a lighter. I mean, it was really survival of the fittest.
Didn't Shane like have a fucking tapeworm for like 10 years or something?
He had a parasite for a long time, but on the show you could see this and it's kind of hilarious. He didn't have gout dick, but he had like some rash, I guess, like around like his nether regions, and Suri is a nurse. So he dropped trow and she was looking at it and she was like, oh, this is what's going on.
Oh my God. Dude,
anyway.
You could not get me. Like maybe $10 million I might do it. I don't even think I would do it for $1 million.
Not with your gout dick would I fuck Survivor or fucking whatever this other show is. I need to talk to someone. Truth, let us know. Is it worth it? Like, you know us at this point. Would we like it? We're obviously not going to have time to cover it, but I'm just curious.
Like, we could like talk about it amongst, but like we couldn't like do a whole show on it.
Yeah, we don't have the bandwidth to do another show. But I'm curious.
We don't have the bandwidth to do this show.
One day you guys are just going to tune in and it's going to be me talking to myself. So my little plan worked. I'm going to fucking spray paint uncorked on the back wall.
That would be fucking hilarious. Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Just you guys wait. All the UPS stories will be coming back. For those longtime listeners, you get the joke. But yes, so anyway, I think that there's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I just want to show up to get that money, but I don't think
if it's worth it to the network to go, no, it's worth it for us to have this poster with all these people on it so we get people in. And if they quit after the first day, at least we've got them onto the first episode, these viewers, and maybe they'll keep watching. You know, odds are they'll just keep watching if we get them into one. So I was just wondering what the budget is for like, oh, we've got 500 grand for the people that are just probably going to dick out like after a couple of days.
Wildly frowned upon because you fuck the show, and then the network doesn't want to work with you. So if it comes around again.
This is what my question is. Is there a situation where someone might say, no, I would love to, but I don't think I have it in me. And they're like, it's worth it to have the movie poster to get the
you're
viewers.
Saying that the network is in on it.
Like, has just sort of like, we get that there's going to be 2 or 3 people that like, we'd rather have them as a part of the, like doing the promotional stuff and all the marketing leading up to the show.
Yeah.
It's worth it for us to pay them this 25 grand. And then like knowing that they'll dick out. So I was just wondering if he'd ever heard of anybody like that. Like
that would have to be though, like with names. So when people come back, when people just do a season of Survivor, they mean something to everyone in their life, but like they don't mean anything to the masses, the network,
Right,
the
but
people
so
watching.
Survivor, I know that they're just normal people. Obviously,
But
this
on
show is
this
all
show,
celebrities. But when they come back, or when there is like, is there a celebrity Survivor? Like, did they ever do a version of like?
Never a celebrity one. It's always just like all stars, which is
Yeah.
within the.
I bet
could never.
I'm sure that they have to. Like, I don't know if Britney's a big enough name to,
Yeah.
you know, but she also is very well known because
She has millions of Instagram
Yeah,
followers, so that's not nothing.
Yeah.
I could do Big Brother if I had to do like a competition reality show.
I really want to. I've never seen one episode of that. I really want to watch it.
So good. I have watched it for years.
Is it like Love? Like, does it air multiple times a week?
Yeah.
So is it kind of that Love Island format where
Kind of.
How many is it? Like 3 or 4 episodes a week?
I forget.
But like, I like those like multi-episodes.
Yeah.
That's
Same.
good
It's
stuff.
you could go back and watch old episodes and like you can become an ill fan. Like they have like a 24-hour feed into the house that you can pay money to just watch. And it's so good. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, and that's all. And this will go up on Friday, and then on Friday night we'll do Orange County, and Mike will be back for that, and then that will go up on Sundays because Sundays is for Showmance.
That's the cutest.
Yeah,
Was that McFix?
yeah,
Yeah, McFix.
yeah.
The fix is in.
The fixes, the McFixes.
The McFix is in.
Yeah, so like and subscribe and hype and rate on Apple Podcasts. I don't really care about Spotify. That's there, but
And
you
if
know.
anyone you know owns like, a production studio that wants to hire us, you could do that too. You don't even have to like it if you.
Yeah, the Dear Media redid the girls for the toast, so they got another 3 years on there, and they're doing everything. I feel like one day, man, someone's gonna know that we're alive, sitting in this studio
Yeah, this studio.
with cats already in place.
We can have studio cats. That way we could rescue more cats and they just live at the studio. But
Yeah.
we're there every day so they get all the love, like cats that live at pet food
Yeah, more
stores.
space. All we need is more space, and we'll have more cats.
Do it for the animals,
Yeah.
guys.
For the
Oh,
animals.
rest in peace, Jane Goodall. She passed away today and she's one of my
Yeah.
heroes and I just couldn't love her more.
See you soon.
Love ya.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.